You're going to go see Shanir.
Yes.
So Shanir, the wizard, not the dirt wizard,
The dirt
not
wizard.
the sand
That's what
wizard.
he does.
He's just a wizard.
Dirt wizard.
Sandineer.
That's right.
Part of the Council of 13.
Dirt wizard.
Is in the manor that they have retrofitted. They've taken most of the luxury furniture out and they've turned it more into a barracks for soldiers and a war room. So the lower floor, which is where Cedric, your brother, was staying, is mostly empty, but they've thrown in a lot of cots around the area. They didn't take down any of the paintings or any of the tapestries or any of the luxurious large candlesticks, none of the chandeliers. All that's still in this very elegant manner. Shanir is in the top floor, where they've converted the master bedroom. They've taken the bed out into a war room. They put in a large round table. They've filled the table with about 4 inches of dirt. Just a mound of dirt, and Shanir, the wizard who can shape the earth,
The dirt wizard,
has been spending his time sculpting the terrain around you, sculpting the map of Woodhaven, sculpting the armies, the battle that's taking place currently. He's actually standing above the table, shaping all the little tents, the encampment.
He's dirt wizarding. I'm sorry. I'll try to contain myself.
I don't think you will.
All right, so I walk
that's
over.
A lie.
I walk over to him.
He doesn't actually notice you when you walk in.
Okay.
He's very focused.
Who is Cedric still in the room?
Cedric is.
I left him there
not
to be his
in
messenger.
the room.
Okay. You were supposed to keep
And
an
you
eye on
haven't
him.
seen him.
Shanir, you see my brother?
Cedric is doing a task for me.
What's he doing?
I needed to run some messages. That's his job, correct?
Yep. Correct.
He should be back very soon.
Is that
So
why we're here? Wanted to find your brother?
it was just the first thing that I thought of when we walked in.
Oh.
So we did bomb 6 out of their fleet. We took out 6 boats.
He doesn't actually turn his head to look at you. He stays focused on the project that he's currently working on. Being more meticulous than he really should with all the little sculpting that he's doing in this dirt map. But he does respond. Yes, I've heard. They've decided to take a different approach. That's good for us.
Land siege, it'll buy us time.
If they have to get past the wall,
Maybe we can hold them at the wall.
you do know that if we don't hold the wall, we have set explosives at every guard post.
So do you plan on blowing the wall while there are still people inside the fort?
In the guard post,
Why would you blow the guard posts?
if they breach the wall, blow the wall near them, it might buy us a little time.
Do we have any vessels waiting to make an escape down the river?
North. We have as many as we can. We've already sent some civilians away.
We should probably evacuate the rest of the civilians.
We don't have enough ships. Most of the army was already here in Woodhaven. You came to join us. We've sent away 500 people. There's still 2,000 civilians in the city. Might want to start thinking about a contingency plan to leave.
What, like us?
You.
I'm not worried about it.
Continues sculpting the different tents.
Artigan, if you have to, you can get us out, right?
I have 3 methods. One takes a while, one takes a little bit less time, and one's instant. Get out quick.
What do those 3 different methods look like, specifically?
One is a door that we can enter and stay for 24 hours. We would exit at the same spot we entered, but we would be fully rested. The other option would be teleportation circle, which you've seen. It takes 10 minutes to set up. And then I have... do you remember when Merritt did the thing with the helmet?
Mm-hmm.
I can do that now, too. So
Okay. So I like the first or last one of those. The first one would actually be pretty useful. How many people can you fit in the doorway?
quite a few.
As many as can run through.
Because we could actually, if we think that we're going to lose the keep, we could, and as a last-ditch effort to sow chaos in the enemy's ranks, stuff everybody that we can, all the soldiers we can fit into that doorway in, then come back out 24 hours later and cause chaos behind what they think is their forward line. Right, we could do that. Like, think about it. You show up, you take a keep, you think everybody's deserted. What do? You move in, fortify the place, secure your supply line, and then a full day later, there's 100 people in the middle of your camp killing your soldiers who aren't ready for them to be there.
Continues sculpting the table, sculpting the river, the boats that have come ashore near the city. Is anyone available to do a task for me?
What kind of tasks do you need done?
I need to see what they're doing on the shore. I can't get anyone close enough. They've set up ballista.
I can help out with that.
Get in quietly.
Maybe. Probably.
By the way, to answer your question on how many people can go in, up to 5,000 square feet. So,
Oh.
What is this you can do?
I essentially create a mansion.
It doesn't last forever.
24 hours.
If the city's taken, when that time is up,
We exit same door.
Yeah, we give them hell.
if you're planning to keep civilians in there,
No, I think the civilians should evacuate now. The ones that can should take whatever available vessels we have, and if there are not enough vessels, they should
we've
just
taken
flee
all
north.
the available ships that we can. We've kept some back, but
I don't think we're going to need them. Let's be
they're
real.
warships. They're manned with ballistas.
So we take the ballistas off the ship and set them up by the wall.
We'll wait for Tarvis to come back. Once he's here, we can discuss.
We should save as many lives as we can.
Agreed. He continues on. Still hasn't really turned towards you or looked you in the eyes. Is there anything you want to do in this time? While apparently waiting for Tarvis or whatever else you would choose.
When is Tarvis coming back, Junior? How much time do we have?
Should be back within the hour. Was doing some checks on the walls, on the perimeters.
Want to tell me more about what you want me to do?
I need someone to get close enough to camp to see what they're doing on the boats. From here, we can see they're doing something. They're unloading equipment, but we can't get close enough to see what it is.
I shoo. Tia.
So you just
Oh, there you go.
do you say anything or do you just shoot her?
Telepathically, I say to her.
Yeah.
I don't say anything out loud, though.
Okay. What do you say to her?
Stay out of sight.
She does speak back to you telepathically, your small familiar. Merritt, do you want me to go look for them?
Yeah. Take a peek. Don't get caught. Don't get seen. And I'll be in touch. I'll be watching. See what we can see.
Okay. So she zips out of the room. You, once in a while, check in on her through her own eyes, and you see her zipping up and over the walls. Meanwhile, Shanir's talking to you. If you can get close enough. It's a dangerous task.
I'll be all right.
You'll be able to stay out of sight.
I'll show me where on the map.
So he just sculpts a little dirt pillar that rises up and down just to mark a location where they're unloading the equipment. And places a little X by it. This is where they are. They're doing it in secret, purposely. Some of the ships as cover.
I'll get through. I'll go now.
Safe.
Going by yourself.
Sneak.
It'll be easier.
Don't die.
I won't.
Just stay here. I close my eyes.
Like you're summoning your arcane might or something.
Oh, this is
And-
ridiculous, Merritt. I gotta go right now.
And I say, they're behind the boats. Blah, blah, blah. You tell me what I see.
Okay. It does take her a little bit to get there. She's not quite there. She's actually halfway, and you can see through Tia's senses, she's now soaring through the air over this river, over this landscape. She can see the entire Hobgoblin army encampment. And they're still in the early stages of setting up. So they have some tents that have popped up here and there around, but it isn't like a full encampment yet. They're still setting up a lot of the tents. She continues flying in. And you can see that they've run most of the ships ashore. There's some that are still out on the river, but they've managed to use a lot of the smaller boats to come up to the shore from the large ships. And there is an area where they've set up tents and tarps and different obstacles to block line of sight from anyone that's trying to see maybe from the top of the walls of Woodhaven, 20 feet high. You wouldn't get a good view from there. Tia gets a better view. She's coming up and over. She's soaring in, invisibly. And when she gets closer, it looks like they're unloading long wooden panels. It's pretty hard to see from here, though, from one of the main ships that has run ashore. And it looks like bundles of wood. It is harder to tell, though, what they are.
How long?
It's a long process. She's now just hovering where she's at. She's not getting closer.
Go closer.
She zips down towards the encampment, and she does get closer. And you can actually see when she does that they're unbundling some of these long planks, some of these long beams of wood, and they've half set up some sort of a contraption. It's not fully set up, but give me a history check.
13.
13. You see the big round wooden discs that are lined with metal. They're wheels. They're set on their side right now. They're now attaching these long planks, these wide long planks of wood to the wheels. They're attaching some of these long wooden beams to the planks. They've half set up some sort of contraption that's probably a trebuchet of some type.
Mm-hmm. This part I'm narrating. Wooden wheels.
She zips
Iron
around
braces,
again to the
bone
backside to
posts.
look. When she does, you see someone look up, say a word, cast a spell. What is Tia's AC?
She's invisible, right?
She is invisible.
I haven't looked at TSAC in a while.
Maybe ever.
I mean, back when she first showed up, I kept all those things.
The creature that
definitely
looks
have
up
it.
is this red-faced hobgoblin with these white stripes across his face that swirl in a pattern back over the ears. His hair is pulled into a bun, his black straight hair. He's got a large red flat nose. And he's wearing simple robes and a leather tunic.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just going to have to look it up because I don't know where that sheet. Yeah, see what an imp's AC is. There it is. 13.
13.
That's better than I would have thought it was.
A shock of lightning extends from his fingertips into the air. You hear her scream in your mind as you're looking through her eyes, Marat! And then the lightning surges around her body, and you can feel the panic on her, the shocks of the lightning. Well, we'll do this.
East to you.
Probably.
25 electricity damage. She screams in your mind. It's an ear-piercing scream. And poof, your senses go dull, and then reality snaps back to you, and you blink a couple times. You can see around the room. You see Garavon still looking at you like confused.
Beneath the tarp, there is a hobgoblin mage, equipped with true sight of some kind, and they're building contraption. Large wooden wheels, long planks of wood,
It's a siege engine.
some sort.
How long does it take to build a siege engine? Classically, would Cooper know?
I mean, if you're building it from the ground up, it would take a long time.
24 hours, though, if you're just assembling the
Probably
pieces?
longer if
They're-
it's
they're
from the ground
unloading.
up.
Unloading pieces from ships.
What if you had all the pieces and you just had to assemble them?
A couple hours at the most, probably. You're not
4
really
hours.
sure. I mean, you've seen siege equipment being moved around. Generally, though, when you've seen it moved, it's just rolled across the landscape. It's not pre-assembled like a do-it-yourself house or anything.
Right, but these guys are assembling it, so it takes them a few hours to put it together, then they have to roll it here. They don't roll very fast either.
No, but it's not. The encampment's not far from the city.
So we have to take out the siege equipment.
How long do you think we have until they'll attack? Do you think they'll spend the night there?
What time is it now?
2 in the afternoon. They'll have it set up before dusk.
Depends on if they want to do a night siege or not.
Do we have any more charges?
Who knows about previous conflicts that hobgoblins have had with humans? What I'm asking is who has history.
Those jack of all trades would work.
Yeah.
Do hobgoblins usually attack at night or during the day?
18.
Hobgoblins are militaristic. They attack when it's right. Doesn't have to be day or night. They just will do the best choice when it matters.
I mean, they're probably... If I were them, I would press the advantage. They have dark vision. Can
Hobgoblins, I
see-
believe, have dark
Can
vision.
hobgoblins see well in the dark?
I'll actually double check. I'm pretty sure they can see in the dark.
Because if they can see well in the dark, like we can, right? They'll have the advantage at nighttime compared to the human troops behind the wall.
Yeah.
They
That'd
have
be
us in superior
advantage.
numbers, right? Like if I were them, I'd press a night attack. I'd force march into the city and press my advantage.
If it's 2, that means we'd probably get a full rest in if we wanted to.
Yes, that is to your question.
That's what we want to know: is can we get a full rest in
Before they
attack?
siege? Not sure.
I
Maybe
don't
they'll
think
choose
so.
to attack now. Maybe they won't.
Yeah, I don't think that we'll get a full rest. I don't think we'll have the night. I don't think.
Well, I don't think we'll have the night, but if it's 2 right now, if we sleep now.
10. If they get here at dusk, that's not 10. So I don't think we're gonna.
Depends on how we want to do it too. I mean, I could create the manor outside of the city and have us attack from the outside, fully rested, during the siege.
You can't see out. Come
No,
in.
but we can go back in if we need to.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
24 hours.
Chenier continues molding the earth. If they're preparing for a siege, our men are better behind the walls. If you wanted to ride out and meet them, it'd be a dangerous task. They've already set up all their ballista.
I'm not worried about it.
They can hold up a very defensive line.
I'm thinking if we create one far out, might be able to rest out there for 8 hours and attack them from behind. Maybe, hopefully, get to it before the siege engine.
What if
comes
they
along.
raise the city in 6 hours, though? We won't know.
Exactly, that's the gamble.
Then when you come out, they'll be waiting.
That's not a problem.
With a full rest, we'll be able to leave immediately if we.
I think we should stay in the city and try to rest here. I don't want to rest out there and then blind. We're going to shoot for a rest here, and they siege the city before we get the rest in. At least we could wake up and contribute to the defense of the city.
Is everybody leaving? Are all the
Civilians leaving?
As many as
everyone
we
that
can
lives
get
here?
out.
If they can't leave by ship, and I'm in favor of stripping the warships of Trebuchet and making a stand here at the city, then they should flee north across the land now before the army gets here, because once we're sieged, they can't leave, period.
They leave by land. They're very vulnerable.
Yeah, but the army is, as long as we can keep the fort for a little while, the army will be more occupied with us than with them. Right now they have a head start. If they wait until the fort is sieged, then they can only leave if we break the siege. And look at me, Chenier. We won't.
He, for the first time, while he's been
Yeah, I'm
concentrating,
like-
actually does look up.
Like, we won't break the siege. We're going to try to last here as long as we can. But the civilians, if they stay with us until we're under siege, they're not leaving. How many hobgoblin troops are out there?
At least 2,500,
How many troops do we have here?
1,000.
So they're 500 more than us. It's not as bad as I originally anticipated. Giant shows up, that's not good.
The giant is still out there. Killed quite a few of them. But you left the main one alive. The storm giant.
If he shows up, I'll have to kill the storm giant then.
As you are talking, do give me a perception roll.
everyone?
I have
Everyone.
advantage.
But remember what we talked about with the passive.
What does that do if I have advantage but not trained?
So it's
Is my passive still 10?
Stop rolling.
Oh, sorry. I'm like,
What do you mean?
it doesn't matter. 14.
It rolled the same.
I rolled over 10. If I roll like a 1 or if I roll lower, my passive's still just 10, even though I have advantage.
Your passive with advantage is always +5.
Okay, so my passive
Because
is
you
15.
have advantage.
All right, cool.
So your
That's what I
passive's
was asking.
15.
Yep. So 15.
Oh, well, I rolled 11, but I have a 19 passive.
5.
Okay.
22.
You're a very perceptive group nowadays. This is a change,
You've
guys.
gotten better at this.
You have gotten better. You've had some practice. You hear the sounds of thunder. It's far off. It's echoey. It's across the landscape. And then you hear it again.
That's the storm giant.
Chenier lifts his head up, goes to the window. He concentrates for a minute. And you can tell again, he's talking to whoever is out there on the guard posts. And this position in the manor on the second floor is positioned to talk to the entire eastern side of the city. And he always leaves someone within sight on the guard post because he's
Line
talking
of
directly
sight.
to them. That is the storm giant. That's not natural.
Where is he?
Still north. The storm is coming. He's bringing the weather with him.
Take him out right now.
Well,
It's very like that he's gotten back up by now. He won't come alone.
he's bringing who? The shield?
We should send a scout. You hear someone entering the room. It's Tarvis. General Tarvis enters. Looks like he's not had sleep for a couple days. His eyes are a little tired. He's got some big bags under his eyes. His black hair has some gray streaks that never were there before. You can tell that the last 2 years have been hard on him. He looks 10 years older, early 40s, but he looks like he's 50s. He walks into the room. I see the bombing runs went well.
Mm-hmm.
Someone walks in behind him. It's your brother, Cedric.
Cedric, good to see you.
He looks at you
He still gives
with a
me
little bit of contempt.
the butthurt look.
He doesn't look happy.
Yeah, he's mad.
He doesn't smile. He doesn't light up. He just walks over to where he's been sitting near Chenier as his messenger. And he sits down. Actually, before he sits, Chenier says, Cedric, I need you to run another message. Give me an insight.
I think I'm trained in insight.
Everyone or just him?
Just tell him.
23.
This he does seem to respond to well. He seems happy or to be doing something. Be running messages, if
That's good.
anything. Need you to run to the northern gate. Talk to Jensen. See if we can get a scout north. See what's coming. Give me 5 minutes. I'll send you with a message. And Cedric takes his seat. Tarvis is still there. He hasn't broken his conversation. The wall's as good as it's gonna get. We're ready for a siege.
Listen, I was talking to Chenier, and I think that it would be a good idea to strip the warships that we have for siege equipment, place it near the wall so we can repel invaders, and also so that we can send civilians out in the warships that you guys have kept back. This is the last chance for civilians to flee the city before it gets real, Tarvis.
He looks over at Commander Gerald, who's been in the room the whole time, but has been in the background, hasn't been active in the conversation. Commander Gerald, how many do you think those ships can hold? Thinks for a second. Commander Jarrett looks up. I think they could take about 500. They won't be able to take everyone.
Skeleton crew, women and children. Get them north to the Citadel. Anybody who wants to leave by land should be advised that this is their last opportunity to chance it.
We'll have to send a few of our able-bodied men to sail the ships.
Okay.
Commander, or General Tarvis says, very well.
Thank you.
We'll strip the ships. Have them working on that immediately. Can we use Cedric? Engineer says, yes. He hands Cedric a message. Tarvis writes up something real quick, hands it to Cedric, and he runs him out of the room. And what is your plan now that you're here? You're no longer a shock troop. You are now part of the city's siege.
What's my plan? Well,
All of yours.
I'm hoping that we get the opportunity to get a rest before the hobgoblins hit the wall, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Also, there's a storm giant out there that we didn't get the chance to kill, and I think I want another crack at him when he comes back, because he will. So my plan is to try to kill the storm giant when he shows up.
Is everyone doing all right? Are you all right there, son? You look distraught.
Not really sure what to do, I suppose. I feel a little bit out of my depth.
So listen, this is how it's probably going to happen. When they decide to come, they're going to come hard and fast. They're going to lead with the siege equipment so they can breach the wall and get through. The storm giant can make short work of those walls. So they'll probably put him up front too. How well can you aim your ability to do that thing that the helm did?
What helm?
You know, you said you got 3 ways to get out of here. One, you can do what the helm did.
Oh, yeah. It's the same as the helm. If it's a place I'm familiar with, I can get there pretty reliably.
Okay. You should be on the wall because you can shoot the eye out of a bird in flight 300 feet. So that's where you should be. I might need you to drop me and Artigan in next to the giant. Can you do that giant bird thing again? What if you rest?
And probably make it happen eventually. I'm not sure.
Okay, Art, if we drop in on the giant, all we have to do is kill the giant, and then can you get us back here?
If we're 500 feet, it would be the same as it would have been to just teleport 8 of us wherever we want to go. So it would be a waste unless we rest.
Can you guys get the siege equipment to the wall in the next couple hours? They have siege equipment that they're getting here.
The ballistas.
Hmm?
We'll get them before then.
Okay, so our wall will be set up before they hit it.
Our wall is, for the most part, set up. Our trebuchets are set up.
Okay.
Explosives are ready.
Can you hold them until 10 o'clock if they decide to push the advantage and force march in?
I'll hold them with my dying breath.
All right, because if we can regather our resources, we can kill the giant.
And that's the plan.
All right. We need a place to crash where we're not going to be interrupted.
The mansion. The problem is we're getting 8 hours no matter what happens.
I
We
don't
won't
like
know.
the idea of the mansion. What about the basement here?
You already had a room set up here at one point.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just use our room. But I don't like the idea of the mansion.
Okay.
There's a few rooms on the upper floor that were reserved for command. And
Tarvis, until I get back, keep an eye on Cedric, will you?
Teleron, Never mind. We'll see you when you're back.
Take care of yourself.
You all go to your room. There's only one room available, so you all have to go to the same room.
That's fine. On the way there, I liquidate my 4th level spell slot that I got from leveling up, and I make 2 extra 1st level spell slots.
Okay. And you all start your rest. You can, you don't have to take the full 8 hours. You have to have at least 6 of sleep. So if you have anything you want to discuss now is the time to discuss together.
I mean, anything. Probably just a day.
Artigan sets up and gets ready for sleep.
Make a pass past the infirmary just to see what kind of room they're prepared for.
It's not actually in the manor. There is an infirmary if you ask around. It doesn't take much to find it.
Okay.
So, if you want to visit the infirmary, you're definitely welcome to.
Yeah.
It is also a makeshift setup. It's been set up in a long wooden house. This is the kind of building that would be used for meals for many people. And they've basically stripped all the tables and benches out. And they've put in makeshift cots. They weren't ready for a siege. So the cots aren't, well made. But they are made. And they're ready for at least... This room could probably hold a couple hundred wounded. It's pretty big. And there are a lot of, not technically priests, but there's some medics. People that look like they have experience, the way they're handling some of the surgical equipment, some of the steel tools, and the bandages that they have all laid on the side on little tables next to some of the cots.
Oh, just grabbed the mic. Sorry, everybody.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I had an itch, and so I was just like, what's that? It's the mic.
You'll get used to it eventually.
We'll see. So
that's what you see, Mary. And that takes you a good 30 minutes to inspect if you want to make sure everything's set up well. Or if you want to give people advice or...
No.
They're definitely ready. They've been trained.
And then, try not to interrupt them. Then I'm going to go sit in my room and start summoning Tia back.
Sit in our room, you mean?
I'll go sit in a broom closet.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So Merritt leaves and doesn't come back.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm sitting with you guys. So tomorrow is going to be what war is. You guys don't know about war yet. You know about fighting and stuff, but war is something different. So just keep your head about you. Fill in the gaps when you can when the plan goes pear-shaped, because it will. The plans do. I hope that everybody makes it out the other side.
I'll just keep shooting.
When me and Art drop down next to the giant, I need you to keep the hobgoblins off of me.
That's what we'll do. Won't see one of them.
Cool. Well, my life is in your very capable hands then tomorrow.
Really?
I mean, probably. To some extent, yeah.
You say capable.
I did say capable. You don't call a guy incapable the day before he's responsible for keeping hobgoblins throwing swords up your backside.
Not to say that you would. Not about me. Right?
No, I mean, you are a very good archer. There are other things you do very poorly,
can you
like
say that
talking
again?
to people,
Can you say that again?
and maybe wiping your ass correctly. I don't know, but you're a great archer. Probably the best archer I've ever seen.
Caravan.
You hear Artigan start snoring.
That's cool.
Mhm.
All right, well, anyways, Garvon,
Merritt,
see you soon.
you take the full hour, and your spell completes, and Tia pops into existence, visible immediately, not invisible, and she's screaming, just like when she left. The same scream, and it tapers off, and she stops.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay. I got you. I've got you.
You now hold her in your hands, and she could fit on one palm pretty easily. Well, both would be
Probably
better.
two.
Merritt.
It's okay. You're okay now.
She's shaking. Actually, like physically shaking. And she's kind of moving your hand as you're holding her. I saw him, Merritt. I saw him.
The mage.
Gaziel.
The what?
She looks up and looks at you, looks into your eyes. She has no eyes on her smooth metallic face.
Mhm.
She's in her celestial form. So her whole body looks mostly metallic and smooth. She has little metallic eyebrows, though, that make pretty unique and expressive gestures when she's talking. And she looks distraught. Her little eyebrows furl. I saw Gaziel. When I died, You see a tear appear from nowhere and stream down her face. It's a weird sort of effect because it looks like a tear under the metal.
Mhm.
So it's just under
A
the metal
ripple.
rippling down.
It's okay. You're okay now.
I was in the 9 house. She swallows. See the metallic swallow. I think I died.
Yeah, from what I saw, there was one of the hobgoblins had a shaman or something. See you.
She swallows again. I saw that.
Then
Is that gonna
How-
happen
how-
every time, Merritt? Every time I die?
I'm not sure. How long
It
was
felt
it for
like an
you?
eternity. Felt like forever.
Are you
I-
being poetic? Or are you trying to be literal? It took me about an hour, as far as I can tell, to bring you back here.
Felt like years. Everything moved around me slowly. I floated through the red sky for a long time. There were creatures around that scared me. I don't know if they could see me, though. No one turned their head towards me. Don't know if I was actually there. Felt almost like I was in a dream looking out. I was scared. I went and hid in a white stone building for a long time. I don't ever want to go back there.
Yes. Either way, I suppose we'll need to take that into account before I send you on any other missions.
That's
It would appear that you
that's
are
never happened before.
almost as mortal as the rest of us.
But I'm here. How does that work?
I will always do my best to bring you back.
What if you die? Where will I go? What'll happen to you? Is that where you'll go?
I have a vague hope that Palor would intervene for me. And for you, I suppose I'm hoping that Ramiel would just void our contract and you could go being free.
She still seems a little short of breath. She's not shaking as much.
I think we both know that's where we originated. You and I. Perhaps when our life flashes before our eyes, that's a place that our subconscious brings us for a moment. Or maybe you really went there.
She fades to invisibility. You can still feel her weight on your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then feel your hand become lighter as she lifts off. Falls slightly. You feel a little couple feet place themselves on your shoulder. She settles down and sits on your shoulder and nestles in.
Try to get some rest. I think tomorrow will be worse.
You hear a whimper from inside your bag where you keep little Nara, the dog, the little puppy. She's just waking up from a nap. And she nuzzles you. She sticks a little nose out of the bag and she nuzzles you. You're now getting nuzzles from both sides.
Mm-hmm. I break off some jerky. She gets
I
fed.
keep forgetting I have a dog.
Yeah, it's easy to forget.
Yeah.
Back in the room, Artigan's already passed out. Justice, your puppy, is very active. He seems to be... He's always doing the most bothersome thing. So if you want him to be sleeping, he's up and about. If you want him to be following you, he's lazing around.
I feed him. I'm like, here, food.
He's a little excitable. Goes over and starts sniffing around Artigan, who's
Whatever.
sleeping on a makeshift cot that's laying mostly on the floor. It's just basically padding.
Okay. I put a bunch of jerky out next to me, hopefully to keep him distracted. I go to sleep and hope that he lets me sleep while he eats.
It keeps him somewhat distracted. Garavon, you go to bed?
Oh, yeah.
And Merritt, I'm assuming you're going back to the room going to bed? Could be assuming wrong. With that long sigh.
Yeah, I'd consider just kind of staying in there, but it
wouldn't be
foolish.
comfortable. And I'd if you're gonna sleep on a hard floor, I'll have you roll Constitution. Make sure you get your rest. It's not a hard check, but it's not comfortable laying on a hard floor.
I'd probably just stay in there and just lean up against the door so it doesn't open.
All right, give me a Constitution check. You are A-okay. That's a natural 19.
I sleep in the silence and the
You
solitude.
do, and you lean up against the door, and you fall asleep rather easily for sitting up. You'll get your full rest.
Sweet.
Word.
You can heal any missing hit points. Anyone have exhaustion?
Is there another pencil around?
No pencils
there's
over
some
here.
pencils over here.
Oh.
There's some
Josh
stuff.
is
Yeah, you got
the keeper of the
stash.
pencils.
Pencil hoarder.
Dry erase marker.
Oh, there's one right here, too.
Oh, here's where it is. Long rest.
You get all your
Take
spells
long
back,
rest.
all your spell points, sorcery points.
Luck. Combat. Inspiration.
Get your luck. Anything that you get back on a long rest. If you have an item that has charges, today is the day to roll them. Or is that at dawn? Anyone know?
What's up? Charges?
Charging items, is that at dawn?
I always figured it was dawn the new day.
So new day would be dawn. It's not dawn. Your items do not recharge. That is always at dawn, whether you sleep or not. You
You get
guys
up
fell
before
asleep at like 3:30 p.m. It is now 10, 11 at night. Merritt's not there.
Where'd Merritt go to?
Josh, you wake up.
Yep.
To a little pile of doggy poo.
Sweet. I open the window and throw it out.
Justice is now sleeping.
Some guard underneath.
Yep. I scoop it with the dagger and toss it out the window. Is Garavon still sleeping?
No, I'm up.
He's up. He's probably up before you.
Everybody else is already awake?
Artigan, have you seen Merritt?
Okay. I was going to wipe it on his cloak if he was still sleeping.
Haven't seen him.
Did he come in last night? Or
I'm not sure.
last night, but
I'm not sure.
I'm going to get up and bring Nara outside.
I say to you guys,
You're
if he
actually
left,
still
I wouldn't
sleeping.
fault him.
Oh, okay. At this point,
Well, you stayed up later than
stayed
anyone.
up about
That's
an
cool.
hour. Okay.
This is the truth. If any of you decide to leave, I won't fault you.
I think we should go up to Chenier. See what the status change was. I've been out of it for 8 hours.
Sure. Make sure my gear is all ready. Pack up all my stuff. Put it in the bag. Justice, come on.
I'm gonna go look for Merritt.
Justice just like lifts up his little ear and it's a floppy ear. Perks a little.
I just carry him then.
Actually, I lie. It's not a floppy ear. Well, it's a little floppy. It kind of droops downward. It's still a pointed ear, though.
Okay. Then I just pick him up and carry him.
All right. He's still small enough that you just can... Thump.
Yep.
Like a little bunny.
Come with me. I'll feed him while we're walking.
You go into the war room.
And I'm finding Merritt.
Merritt's not in the war room. That's probably the first place you'd want to check. There's a couple more rooms upstairs that you know of, but one of them is Chenier's. One of them is Tarvis's. And there was one other reserved for the other generals and commanders.
All right, well, I'll check everywhere.
Most of the doors are locked. You don't find him.
Telling me to give up, Ryan, and I'm not going to give up. I'm searching. I will not fall folly to this.
Give me an intelligence check.
11.
He'd probably most likely go to a temple of some sorts. That's what he always
Well,
does.
then that's where I'm going to go.
You do that. You go to the temple. There are many people in there. Some soldiers, some civilians. Mostly men. There's a couple women. There's no priest, no merit.
Well, then I'm going to check everywhere else.
Takes you a while you're checking around. It'll take you longer to check for him than when he finally wakes up. But you do search for a while, and you don't give up hope. You get back to the manor, you see that Merritt has rejoined the group.
Son of a bitch.
Probably sitting out on the porch first, letting Nara pee all over the sidewalk or whatever.
Cobblestone.
All right, well, I got my walk in for the day.
Yeah, you did.
Just going to call it that.
When you're outside, though, do notice that the sky is dark, very dark. The cloud cover
It's 10 o'clock at night.
covered
Right now.
everything. Starlight, moonlight. There is a good aura of light around, a shimmering light, and the only reason it has any brightness to it is because of the snow that's on the ground, reflecting back up into the sky. But even that's pretty dark because of the cloud cover. You see Merritt sitting on the porch.
Good morning, Merritt.
Go for a walk?
I guess so. I'll just sleep. Where did you sleep?
Hey, did I get some rest in? Not gonna lie, I've got some doubts about all of this.
I think we all do. Just think this is not even the end of it. There's still much to do. So let's go.
Do you think there is an end to this?
This is the wrong guy to ask.
I don't think that's true. What happens when we succeed in everything we're doing? Kill one wizard. We take the name off of the plaque. That one room. Just wait for someone else to move in.
Well, I guess I suppose do our best to make sure this doesn't happen again.
And again, if we succeed wildly beyond any realistic expectation, we do that. That doesn't save the world.
Merritt, I'm not big into philosophy, but this is going down a rabbit hole. And let's just focus on what's now and then what's next. Take it one step at a time.
That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to take steps that aren't examined. I don't know what we're going to accomplish here.
Well, right now we're going to go possibly kill a storm giant or possibly die. Next, we're going to go to the temple. And we'll see what happens there. After we take care of Magnus.
Temple?
Temple of the Three Furies.
Yeah.
After we take care of Magnus, then we'll decide what happens there. Keep it in the back of your head. You will find an answer.
It's open. Scoop up Nara and then nestle her back in the bag.
Start heading to Shani.
Okay. So you'll head back into the manor. Shanir's not in the room. There are a couple captains. None of the generals, none of the commanders.
They're all sleeping.
It's 10, 11 p.m. You had an early day of it. You've now flipped your schedule around.
I look at the map.
The map is very complex, but very complete. The encampment's been completely built up, all the tents. It looks like a full hobgoblin encampment, and it stretches from the bank of the river out across the land for a good while, at least 40 tents deep, and 40 tents back, maybe more. It isn't meant to be an exact replica of what's out there, but it is, just on this little dirt map, somewhat scary.
Is there any kind of a moat against the wall, or is it just...
There are trenches against the wall that you guys have seen.
Is there an obvious spot that they're going to wheel the contraption?
The
Siege engine?
siege engines too. Nothing obvious that you know of. You haven't done a full scouting.
I'm going to go up to the wall.
So your plan is to go scout around the wall.
Yep. I'm going
and see
to
if there's any weaknesses.
see how long the wall is, see if there's any spots that are obvious where a siege engine go.
That's Artigan's plan.
I'll go to the wall with you. We'll go check it out.
What about you guys?
Looks like I'm along for the ride.
I'll go too.
All right,
Might as
everyone
well
to the
stick
wall.
together.
You don't know how happy I am, guys. You didn't split the party. Oh, I think I'm gonna shed a tear.
Yet.
I go invisible and walk off. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
Misdirection. What?
You head outside into the cold night. Again, it's very dark out. And there is still a good bit of activity going on. There is plenty of noise coming from some of the bars that are still open. Soldiers are carousing. It's the atmosphere of the city and people that are still carousing at the bar is a direct reflection on bad leadership, honestly.
There are soldiers carousing at the bar?
There are soldiers carousing at the bar.
Oh man, what?
Want to go knock some heads?
I mean, whatever. It won't matter. Whether they're drunk and unconscious or we beat them up and they're unconscious, they're not going to fight well. So, just leave them.
And you would assume that that direct reflection of bad leadership comes from Tarvis, who
Is a drunk.
has obviously succumbed to some form of alcoholism. You don't know how deep in he is. But you head out to the walls, and there are quite a few guards at post on duty, even at this time of night.
That's good. Then?
They just nod at you. There's a sign of recognition as you're passing by, that they just know who you are on sight, even though you've never met these guys. Your names have obviously been spoken about more than you'd even know. You did kill some giants.
Some of the guys did watch him turn into a giant eagle, and I loaded him with bombs and flew off and blew up ships. That's kind of epic.
Some have recognition of you, not for your good deeds, and you can see it in their eyes when they see you.
Yeah,
Those ones don't really nod, but they do watch you as you pass.
it's fine.
And them.
Well, I don't know if that's my role here.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
I think that if that were your role, obviously this is after we walk past those guys. What we just saw back there, I'm not even a military guy, but I see that they're going to struggle. Fight comes. You might have the authority to keep them in line.
I mean, some of them hate me on sight.
But they already know you. And the others already know you. Not all of them hate you. Wouldn't be your job to be loved. Charge.
It's Tarvis' job, and just because he's doing it badly doesn't mean I should take it from him.
Exactly why you should take it from him. And when they die tomorrow, feel bad that you didn't try harder.
Well, it depends. When I die tomorrow.
Such a Delaron thing to say.
I will always feel bad that I didn't do more than I did. But I'm only one man, and the ones that hate me cause dissension in the ranks. That's not something that I can do anything about right now. Like, a lot of the ones that hate me are new to this. They don't understand. After tomorrow, maybe they will.
Why don't you try to inspire him right now?
Inspire the men that hate me.
There's at least as many that don't hate you.
Well, then to those men tomorrow, hopefully I'll be an inspiration. We'll see what happens. I'm not in command here. Tarvis made that clear.
Send them to bed.
Send them to bed. Someone should be on the wall.
Then send them to the wall, not to the bar.
The only way to keep them from drinking now is if we burn the bar down.
Want to close shop?
Why don't you lead them?
I don't have military rank. Never have.
I definitely don't have military rank anymore. If they were to reinstate my rank, they would hang me in the street.
I could probably magically suggest that they return to their post. You want 12 more soldiers?
12 drunk soldiers.
Well, yeah.
Let's do this. I go back. I turn around and go back to the last post we were at, the last guard post.
I'm staying on the wall and I'm...
So you have already gotten to the wall's guard post.
Oh, we're there now?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
passed by some of the soldiers that were guarding it.
I think we kept walking along the wall. So I'll go back.
Okay.
And
So the way these walls work, they're pretty thick. These are the kinds of walls where you can actually go into.
And that's where the
They're-
guard post is in the
And
wall?
the guard post is up some stairs going up, and you can actually walk the perimeter of the wall. You can't go into the wall on every section. Some of it's just solid, thick
Okay.
wall, like 10 feet thick. But there are some parts where you can, go in, up into the post, and that's where you get to the top.
Okay.
I had figured you probably got to the post, past the guards, went up the stairs, and you're near the top of the wall
Yeah, sure.
by the time this conversation is at this point.
All right, so I'm going to go back and try to find some of the soldiers that look like they don't hate me. Are any of them in the command structure, or are they just common guys?
So when you first enter into the wall, it has a couple small hollowed out rooms or barracks where soldiers would sleep. There were 2 at each post, and there's also some that are walking the perimeter. Not a lot, but enough that you're frequently walking past people.
So I'm going to look for someone who's got rank. It doesn't even matter if it's...
Yeah, as a military man, you know that most of the people out here have drawn the short straw, and they don't have much rank because it's 10 p.m. duty. This is a graveyard shift.
Okay. So I'll find anybody who looks like he's reasonably intelligent and not 17.
I mean, the first guy you pass seems reasonably intelligent and not
Does
17.
he give me the nod or the stink eye?
He doesn't give you either.
Pardon me.
He does look at you, though, and you stop him. He's got a full helmet that he's not actually wearing. He's carrying it under his arm. And he's in mostly chainmail, but half plate as well.
What's your name, soldier?
You son of a-
The whole thing was a ploy.
It really was. I'm going to pull up my list. I should just have this ready at all times.
You should.
My name is Lothric.
Lafric, I have a question for you. Why are the bars open this late? We're on the eve of the siege.
I couldn't really answer you that.
You know which one Tarvis frequents regularly?
There's only 2 in the city.
Which one is his favorite?
He points down at the one where the lights are spilling out of the windows, and you can still hear some of the revelry from the top of the wall here. Not very loud, but you can still hear it going on.
Are any of the men that are supposed to be on duty in that bar?
I couldn't tell you that either. I'd assume not.
Thank you for your time.
He just nods to you and continues his route.
All right. Remember, you asked for this. I walk towards the bar. I make sure my sword is kind of clear in the sheath. I loosen up my shield arm.
So you guys are on the eastern side of the city.
Mm-hmm.
This would be where you would be staring directly out at the Hobgoblin encampment. And you can actually see it from here. Far off in the distance, you can see flickering lights. Looks like fires. Probably campfires.
Just in case.
Torchlights.
Just in case they decide to charge at us before we're done with our altercation with Tarvis, they're going to come for the gates. So the wall's too thick. They're not going to try to come through the wall. They'll find the gate on the eastern side of the wall, and they'll blow the gate somehow and funnel through there.
Is there more than one gate?
Is there more than one gate on the eastern side of the wall?
On the eastern side, there's one gate. It's the main gate.
It'll be easiest to come through the gate.
And this is the main gate of the city as well. But there are 2 gates. One is on... It's really like the southeastern side of the city. the northwestern side of the city.
So, we should also prepare for breaching the northwestern gate. Because
You hear a horn.
from the northwestern side of the city.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, we should also prepare for the... 19.
20.
21.
Well, we know it's
9.
all right.
As a group, you all stop talking. Hear the horn. It's a war horn. With your background, being a soldier, you haven't heard this specific horn before. Definitely not friendly.
It's a hobgoblin horn.
Probably. You haven't ever heard a hobgoblin horn be
I know it's not
rung out,
ours.
but it's not one of your army's horns. Hear it again.
From which side of the city?
With your perception checks, you heard it from the west, not from the encampment.
Shit, the encampment was a ruse. They're on the western wall. Clyde! I call my horse.
You call Clyde. What does everyone do?
We have to ride for the western wall.
How far away is the western wall?
You hear a horn. From the eastern side, from the encampment.
I just get to the top of the wall. Get to the top of the wall now.
You're pretty much on the top of the wall.
Oh, we're
You
still
were
there?
just about to turn around.
Okay, so I turn and look out from the wall.
You can't make out any details from here. Well, there's lights flickering in the distance. But besides that, it's darkness. It's a field of dark, and then lights flickering in the distance.
You scout. Can you? We need to know.
Is the bar still just below us too? On the other
Not
side?
quite below you.
Can
It's not
can
next
see
to
it
the
from where we
wall,
are?
but yes, you can see it from there.
How far away is it? How far away am I from
Like
it?
500 feet.
Oh,
It's pretty far away.
Firebolt.
Never mind. I was gonna firebolt the
Yeah.
window. It was like, get out!
You hear the second resounding noise of a horn. From the east. The answer. And you see people spilling out from buildings like ants out of ant hills. In every direction, people are arming themselves. People are
So the guards...
running upstairs. You hear the noise of guards coming up stairs towards you. You're
So-
not right next to the stairwell, but you're pretty close on
Sure.
top of this wall.
I'll try to organize them as they spill out. I'll be like, to arms! Everybody to ranks!
You see people now armed, armoring up. There's people that are pulling on different pieces of their armors as they're coming up the stairs. People that just have their armor like tucked under their arm coming up.
So I'll be like, if you have your armor on, help your fellow, quick!
And from what you've seen so far on the walls from your little walk, you see every 200 feet a ballista that's been mounted to the top of the wall. And you've only passed by one trebuchet that's attached to the wall. That's pretty much it for defenses.
So I call Clyde up to the top of the wall with me. Can you get up there or no? You can't. If the hallway's not big enough, let me know.
You hear people clattering up the stairs, and what are you guys doing?
You guys
Well,
go.
I'm just looking out to see if I can see anybody right now.
I think yours fell in.
Oh yeah, it's in your shirt.
Probably better just to click it on me. Sorry.
Alright, everyone listening?
It's like,
I'll figure something better out for you next time.
and just do what I did. There you go. Yeah. All right. Better. You're good now.
That'll do it.
That'll do. What were you saying?
So could Clyde make it through the stairwell or no?
Oh yeah, we were getting to that. What were you guys doing?
I was just looking out over to see if I could see anything.
You stare out across the landscape. You tune out the noises behind you. You still know what's going on, and people are getting ready to defend their positions. You're sitting behind one of the small parapets on the wall, and as you remain focused, you see torchlight slowly creeping forward towards the city. Not thousands of torches. Maybe a torch to every 30 troops,
They don't need torchlight like humans.
And it's slow, moving towards you.
We can find the giant.
When we saw the storms coming in, was it coming in from the west, north, east side? There's a specific direction it was coming?
You saw the storm in the north. But you don't see a storm right now. You just see thick cloud cover.
It makes sense if you're calling a storm that you would call it from the direction you're coming from.
So, I mean, he might have been in the north. He's probably going to join up with the army. That way, if he can make a hole in the gate or make a hole in the wall, the army can stream through around him. Probably. They might just surround the whole entire keep if there's enough of them, and they might try to just stalemate us, lock us up, and starve us out. That's the classic siege tactic.
You can't starve us out as long as I'm here.
Might know that. There are other ways to get food, and I can create food. So, it'd be hard to starve us out. So they're gonna do this instead.
To reinforce the gates? I think we need to find the giant.
Reinforcing the gate, everybody's gonna try to do, but you can't make a gate as strong as a wall.
The gate open inward or outward, by the way?
Upward.
It's gonna
Upward,
open inward
okay.
after they smash it in. That's what they're gonna try and do, is smash in the gate.
It's one of those gates where they continue to pull the chain and it raises it up.
Yeah.
Then it has a secondary gate behind that opens inward that you can bar. It's a very, very thick wooden structure.
Is the road on near the gate, is that stone?
Cobblestone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go down there and I'll do stone shape. Put a 5-foot block of stone right in front of the gate.
Okay.
Reinforce it.
Cool. So Artigan goes down towards the gate. Everyone going together?
I'll be on top of the wall.
You're on top of the wall. You're on top of the wall.
I'll keep pace with Artigan, but I'm gonna stay on top.
So you parallel him on top of the wall, walking. He walks towards the gate. At the front gate, there's actually a ballista on each side pointed outwards. These are the ship ballistas. These are large ballista.
Every time that we pass troops, I'll try to give them an encouraging word or tell them. I'll try to say something encouraging.
It is a madhouse outside. People are funneling from all the buildings still. All the stragglers that took their time to get armored up, especially the cavalry, are somewhat useless here in the city. But they do have a standing cavalry of 500. And they have all the horses stabled right now and ready. A lot of the people are ready in the horses at the stables. And the stables are overrun. There's a lot of the horses are just near the perimeter of the wall, the killing field, so to speak, where everything has been cleared away from the wall. Is
Horses
ready.
are outside of the city?
Inside.
Oh, inside. Okay.
How long is the east side of the wall, by the way? 100 feet, 200?
Oh, much more.
It's huge. It's a huge city.
Yeah. The city is a couple miles around, and the wall goes the entire perimeter except for the bank of the river. So he casts a spell below you. See Artigan. Now he has this slight glow, a gray glow, as he's pulling all the stones together and they're starting to mold up and around near the door, becoming this large, deformed, chunky stone pillar from all the cobblestone that he used from the road. They all meld together, and then it just sits there. For better or worse.
Much reinforcing as I can do.
This gate will not open if you have to get out this way.
Well,
Unless
he
you knock it
opens
down.
up, so.
The wood one opens in.
Oh, gotcha.
The metal one opens up. This is the wood door that bars.
Gotcha.
Bar the door.
Bar the door.
Bar the door.
And then I'll head back up to
You
the top.
see a flicker of light from the north. And it trails down and strikes down to the ground.
Did Clyde ever get up the?
There he is.
And then you hear
Did Clyde
loud
ever get up the
thunder.
stairs?
It's almost instant. You hear a clatter and people shouting, and then more clatter and people screaming. And then you see Clyde scrabbling his way up the steps, trying to hoof it to the top. It is not natural for a horse to
Alright.
climb stairs like he is doing,
Is
but
he
he
doing it?
is doing it.
He's the man.
And he gets up to the top. He
Cool.
sees you and he
Clyde.
starts running towards you. He's shaking his head up and down. I'm here. I made it.
Oh, look, it's
And he
Suicide
smiles.
Clyde.
Suicide Clyde? Is that what you just called him? I'm like, shut up.
He actually smiles like a horse would smile, and you see his big horse teeth.
This is the best horse I've ever had. I sprung up onto the saddle. Okay, so there's the giant.
Well, you see a flicker of light again. Spindles downwards and strikes the ground
It's
again
on the other side.
on the north.
Okay.
There is no wall on the northern edge. Well, the
Oh, is that where
northeastern
the
edge.
is that where the river is?
It would be across the river.
Okay.
There
you
is a
ready to do this?
bridge that crosses the river from the city.
That's great, and it can blow up.
You saw
That's
them
awesome.
arming it.
Yep. Are you ready?
We're not going to hold the gate here?
Nope. That's for other people. We're gonna kill the giant.
Okay. I'll hop on the horse.
All right. So, guys, do you want to stay here and reinforce the gate, or you want to come with us and give support to us while we kill the
We're
giant?
already going to the giant.
Okay. Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hardigan's
So-
still below you.
Oh, Argon's below me.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
He's not on the wall. He's down by the gate.
Now,
Are you gonna do your thing?
below.
Are you gonna do your below? Yes. Oh man, you guys.
It's time to fight. It's time to fight.
Can we bio break before the fight hits?
We're gonna.
How high is the wall, by the way?
It's 20 feet high.
20
It's not
feet?
that high.
That's not.
No. It's not the most defensible wall.
Oh, well. We need to get up there quick. I can just levitate up there.
I mean, we don't. There's no wall where we're going. We can come down.
Okay. I'll meet you at the...
In fact, I'm gonna see. Are you ready to do your thing?
That's what we need to do.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna dismiss Clyde. We're gonna do this thing.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Well, you just brought him up here to dismiss him?
Yeah. I'd be like, go someplace safe for once.
Oh, you don't dismiss him
No, I
into
send
the
him-
void.
Why not?
'Cause then you have to cast the spell again.
Yeah.
But you just
Takes
tell him
a
to follow
minute.
you.
Okay. Because I'm gonna sit on your back and we're gonna fly off the wall. You can't really follow me. Let's go back
As an
down the
eagle, can
stairs.
you carry him or no?
Oh, could you carry him as an eagle?
No.
No.
Clyde is a big dude.
He is a big dude.
He's probably a good 1,000 pounds, I guess.
Why don't you leave him here? Because I'm going to be...
Are you gonna be here?
Well, told me to stay at the top of the wall.
Oh yeah. Listen to him. I tell Clyde. Then I'm like, all right, there you go. Hop on.
Okay.
Did Clyde get a long rest? Does he get rests? Is he healed?
He has a D8s.
I'm
Well, after
sure
a long rest, he would
he
recover
gets all
full,
of his stuff.
so-
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, sure.
Yay. Clyde's awesome.
I think everyone
we
that
see
gets
them?
long rest heals.
Can
Yeah.
we see the dragon?
I think.
We're gonna go over there. I'm sure we will in a second.
You don't see the giant, but you do see the lightning. And every time the lightning strikes, it's not a long delay before the thunder claps throughout the city.
Well, maybe I'm going to take Clyde and I'll go out. Just because
I mean, you could also stay at the wall
I'm going to be able to reach him.
on the eastern side of the wall. I think that he'll get close before,
You're going to let him get at least 300.
or right out a little bit. Okay, do whatever you want. We're gonna fly out there, and then I'm gonna jump on him from high up into the sky.
Okay.
All right, so that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's my plan, is to combat bomb him.
Sure.
I learned Featherfall. So, be like,
You guys stay on top of the wall, huh?
mean,
Are you on Clyde?
Right now I'm on Clyde, I
On
guess.
top of
'cause
the wall?
Well, I thought we were all going.
Yeah, but you're on top of the wall.
you have to get down.
Yeah, we'll get down.
Okay. How are
That's
you
what
gonna
I
get
do.
down?
I
Jump,
get down.
How's Clyde get down?
The steps. Come on, we're civilized.
Fuck that. I get up on Clive. I look at the troops on the
Clyde?
wall. Or
You
Clyde,
don't
yeah.
even
I
know
get-
your own horse's
Sorry.
name?
I get up on Clyde. I look at the troops on the wall. I'm like, I try to get their attention. Hey, listen.
Give me
Persuasion performance.
performance.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy on myself to make my voice boom 3 times louder than it normally does. And I just
17. I roll a 17 for performance.
Roll again.
I roll a 21.
Wow.
21. There's a lot of people running around on
I
top
light
of
my
this
sword.
wall.
Would you to get
There's
their
a lot of
attention.
people running around up near the wall at the base of it, getting ready. Light your sword
Oh,
with
man.
light, I'm assuming, not with its burning heat.
That's fine.
So it's
Pull
a,
it.
it's a large glow.
Whoa. I'm like,
A lot of them stop what they're doing and look up. A moment of silence in all the chaos.
all right. So then I make the speech. Today is the day that will go down in history. The city is besieged. We are outnumbered. But today, you fight for your countrymen, for the civilians north of here that depend on you to hold the line. Throw back the hobgoblins. We ride to kill the giant.
You hear some here's throughout the middle of your speech.
Yeah,
some
right.
people raising their swords in response.
Hold the line.
People start cheering as you start cheering. They
then-
cheer.
I wheel Clyde and jump him off the wall.
And the effect is ruined as his bone splinter.
Nope, we feather fall.
Thank God. It's like you do know horses take double damage, right?
Yeah, but if I cast it on me, it's also cast on him.
My heart was beating a little fast there.
And Clyde's like, smooth.
And as you do, there's a moment of cheering. They all stop as you
Like,
leap off the wall.
And then,
But when you start floating to the ground, the cheers rise up once again, and people are like, yeah! And they actually start chanting, hold the line! Hold the line!
nice. And then we ride for the gate. Or we
Then
ride
you
for the
ride
river.
For the river.
Yeah, ride for the river.
So you ride towards the bridge, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Was I on Clyde? Or no, I was on the bottom.
No, I
You're
was,
on the
but
bottom.
I stepped off.
Oh, you
You
did?
could have stayed on while he's on
Yeah,
the
it's
horse. It's a big horse.
All right, fine.
I'll
Well, I
feather fall
stood-
you too on the way down.
'cause I'm going to need to get outside too.
That's fine.
perfect.
Whew. All right. And you ride to the north side of the city.
There's your thematic speech.
I liked it.
All right.
It was good. I liked it.
Teleron's evolving.
He just sent a bunch of civilians to die. I don't know if he's changed much.
That's probably a little true.
When did I send civilians to die?
Usually you do the deed yourself.
Yeah. All right. If you're going to do it, you should look them in the face, I feel like.
You ride through these city streets. This city, I've explained it to you a couple times, but not all the buildings are crammed up against each other. They're not butted up against one another to save room, to pack everyone in. There's a lot of room in between the buildings. There's alleyways. There's little places that have been made into parks. There's nice statues in the city.
Okay.
It's a well-developed city, and it's all spoked from the center outward along the riverbank in a big semicircle from the riverbank. And in the middle would be the manor, but you're paralleling the wall. You cut inward into the city, heading straight towards the bridge, which is smack dab in center of the city, the center of the semicircle.
If I pass any groups of civilians, I'll yell at them to get inside and bar the doors because the hobgoblins are coming.
You pass through the city streets on Clyde. Are you walking? You two?
As of now, I think we were both.
Are there
still
any
on our feet.
horses that we could? I think you said the stables had some.
There are a
Right
lot
now.
of horses. You just gonna take one?
Stealing
Oh,
from
so I
some
can ask soldiers to borrow a horse.
Just requisition.
Give me a
one.
persuasion check.
Just requisition one.
dude. I'll meet you guys at the bridge.
As a 30 persuasion.
Yep.
What do you say at a 30?
Silver tongue fool.
I need a horse to.
I need it now.
Yeah, I need a horse.
Flip your hair.
Yeah. There you go. Flip there.
I need a horse.
He lets you take it, no problem whatsoever. They don't all have someone manning the horses anyways.
Okay.
And you and Merritt hop up and follow Clyde out this way.
I keep the sword lit and I hold it in front of me like a symbol of hope.
A symbol of light and hope that is a beacon through the city streets. And it's dark a lot of places because the torches aren't running all through the city until you get there. You light up that block for the short minute that you run through. But you do see like a lot of the windows that are shuttered, and you see light spilling out from the windows, torchlight that's flickering. Sometimes people open the shutters and look at you as you're looking out. There are no civilians in the streets. Anyone that is inside.
Okay.
Anyone that is a civilian is inside.
If I come across any soldiers, then I'll yell at them to run to get
You
to
come
the wall.
across many groups of soldiers that are running to reinforce different lines. And you get to the bank of the river. And then
Cool.
you cut towards the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the bridge, it's a pretty big bridge, 40 feet across,
Mhm.
very wide, and it spans the entirety of the river, and it goes upward in a large arch, unnaturally, magically crafted, to where ships could actually just sail under it. Large sailing ships with their sails up could go under it. It's a pretty gigantic bridge.
Is there someone on this side manning the explosives?
Really hard to tell. But you get to the bridge, and at the city's side, there is a troop of guards that are waiting there pensively, spears and shields. And there's someone on a horse, a commander, someone you've never met before. Seems to be their charge, and they're very quiet. It rises up and up so you can't see past the bridge directly, but across the river and across the landscape, you can see flickers, bolts, every once in a while that come down from the sky. It seems like this storm is traveling towards you.
So I pull up alongside the commanding officer.
So you pull up alongside him. He's just waiting there. He looks at you, and he's got his helmet already on. It's one of those helmets with a long nose piece, eye slits. He looks at you with his dark brown eyes.
What's your name, soldier?
Every time.
You should just leave it up, really.
I'm just going to waste all my good names.
Just stop answering him.
My name
Sometimes
is
I do.
Red Shirt 1.
Like, in game, you ask me my name. It's like, oh,
Sure.
I'm just going to start giving you crappy names.
Sure. Yeah, Bob.
All NPCs are now Bob.
Right.
I'm Vishal.
That's the giant Vishal. Makes his way here to gain access to the city.
We're here waiting for him.
We're going to go kill him.
We're waiting until he tries to cross.
And blow the bridge.
How do you know?
Because I know it's armed. Listen,
Who are you? He does not recognize you guys.
I'm Dylan Cooper.
He does not recognize you guys.
That's fine. I'm Dylan Cooper, and we're the Irregulars. We're shock troops. We're here to lend aid to the city wherever we can.
Really got to change that name.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it. We
Listen.
just got the easiest job in the world.
Yeah.
We can start walking.
Hold the line.
I think we can take off from here, can't we?
We will, yeah. Well, I say we cross the bridge on foot and see if the giant has backup troops or if he's alone. If he's by himself, there's no need to fly. If he has backup troops, then we decide then. So we're going to get to the top of the bridge. Give us enough time to get all the way across if you decide to blow it, but don't worry about getting us back.
The top arch of the bridge is 4 times as high as the city walls. Because it is gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to the top of the bridge, where you have seen them arming explosives on the underneath. But you look out across the landscape, and you only ever see flickers of light, lightning. You never see... You can't see that far, and it is unnaturally dark because of the cloud cover. But you look upwards, it's definitely someone controlling this kind of weather, because this is not natural in Glim in the wintertime to have this kind of cloud cover and lightning storms at the same time.
All right, well, let's ride out.
Flakes of snow start dropping.
Cool.
So you're going to ride out?
Mm-hmm. Unless you guys want to fly.
Do you follow his horse?
Yeah, I'll follow it until at least I can see the giant. I figure we'll see it before he... Well, not me, but I'll have Merritt watch out for the giant.
If you see the giant, I'm just going to lay this out there.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be within 60 feet of you.
Oh, because it's...
Because it's dark.
Yep.
It's
Well,
not low light vision.
he'll be within 80 feet of me because that's my light radius with the sword. He's going to see me coming a long way away. So
Maybe
what's
we
going to
should
happen
snuff that
is,
out.
as we get close, he's probably going to throw a lightning bolt at me. And then we'll be able to see where he is.
Well, that might not actually be true.
Oh, he wasn't even throwing lightning bolts before?
You've seen him do 2 different. One he calls down from the sky.
Oh. Never mind, this is a bad idea. I put the sword out.
Yeah.
So he does 2 different types of lightning. One he can extend outward from him
Mhm.
in a line. And one he can call from the sky from a long ways away.
Okay.
A very long ways away.
I know where he is. Can you find him, Merritt? Like you found the ships?
You ready to go?
You're at the arch of the bridge.
Are you going to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sick of waiting.
All right. Clyde, stay with him. Okay. Hop down.
Give me an intelligence check.
Me?
You.
9.
Okay.
No.
And you jump on Merritt's back.
I don't think that's the plan, right? What's the plan? Am I going to
thought that
ride
was
on
the
you?
plan.
You and I are both going to turn into giant owls.
And Art's going to ride on me. Or you.
You're going to ride on the other?
Sure.
Okay.
This plan is
Oh.
evolving and evolving.
So we need 4 people to be invisible?
No, we don't need to be invisible.
We don't? Sure?
Yeah, it's really
Okay.
dark. No one's going to see us.
Stay high until we see him.
Okay.
Giant owls. How big are they?
They're large creatures.
Cool. You guys
Same
soar
size as the eagle.
through the night sky,
They're also super quiet.
in quiet, silence. Every once in a while, you see a flash of light stream and hit the ground and explode. As you get closer, you can see
Who's
when it
on
hits
me?
the ground, things
I
below
think
it
I'm on you.
explode.
And...
Okay.
You see one bolt of lightning split a tree in half, and fire erupts from the ground. And it... None of you might have ever actually seen lightning strike up close. But you might have heard stories.
I saw it
could
strike
split
up
a tree.
close.
Actual lightning.
Oh, okay.
But this kind of lightning is intense, much more intense, by a factor of 10.
Snap.
No one could survive a lightning strike of this magnitude. No normal person, at least.
Okay, I was like, that's a bummer.
But you've heard stories of people being struck by lightning normally that have lived.
I think most of the time it's hit near them, not necessarily hit them directly.
I'm having doubts.
Well, it's too late now.
No, we have dark vision of
You're
120 and
not
advantage
saying
on
that,
perception
though.
checks.
Nice. Dark vision of 120 advantage on perception, so we should be able to find him before he can find us.
But you aren't saying that.
No,
No.
we're not. Me and him aren't talking.
And you're not talking.
Nope.
Just you two can talk to your owl mount.
Okay, so again, I'm on Merritt,
Mhm.
and he's Artigan's on Josh.
Okay.
Delaran.
And you fly through the night. Give me an investigation. As you're
Me?
flying through the night. All of you. Trying to find.
It's not perception.
Not right now.
18.
One with a -1.
You rolled a 0.
That's a 0.
Congratulations.
Hopefully me and Art can figure it out.
What happens?
I mean, what happens? I don't find anything.
You rolled a 1. Right?
Well, yeah, well, I'm with Merritt, so
You're distracting somehow.
What'd you roll?
I got like a 6, 7.
Okay.
I just keep on whispering to Merritt. I
We have a
can't see
-1
shit.
to
I
our
can't see shit.
What's
This is
that?
not going
We
to
have a
work.
-1 intelligence modifier.
17. That's right.
Nice.
Okay.
You continue flying a little longer than you'd like in the same direction. Took off towards one of the bolts.
Now, it makes
Figured
sense
that'd
that
probably be
the
the best
owls
way
are the
to
ones
go.
that found it. Riders are clueless.
Hang
What'd you
on.
roll?
12.
I rolled a 17.
No, you did not succeed. It takes too long. You realize that you've gotten too far.
Wheel
But
back.
now you can hear the sounds of footsteps. Not people steps. Giant footsteps. They're not behind you, they're not in front of you. They're to the side somewhere. You can tell which direction. It's back towards the east. That wall that you had first gone atop of. In that general direction, but not anywhere near there. In the forest somewhere around here. Change your direction. You head in that straight path towards the steps. Another one rings out. You don't feel it like you would if you were standing on the ground, but you hear it, and it does reverberate through your body. Then you see flickers of lightning. Some of the lightning is natural. There is an actual storm raging across the land. And some of the bolts of lightning are definitely from the giant. Continue heading that way. Steps get louder. You get closer till you can make out some faint torchlight flickering through this barren forest. Not large lights, just 2 torches total.
I'm going to kind of get some altitude. So we're about 90 feet up as we cruise across.
You can see, lightly illuminated, the legs of a giant. Up to the hips. Well, yeah, because these lights aren't very bright. And they're not right next to the giant. But the things you do see are 2 large war machines headed that way. Each of them have a dangling lantern torchlight in front of them to light their way while they're cruising across the landscape. You also see a few hobgoblins trailing alongside these machines. These machines are being wheeled.
How many hit points do we have?
far away are we,
19.
by the way?
19.
A
Goodbye,
while.
19 hit
1,000
points.
feet. You're very far off. This is what
Okay.
you can see from 1,000 feet off.
Okay. I'm going to fly up to about 120 feet and then do a cruise over.
Are you following?
Yeah, if he changes direction, I'm gonna assume he has a plan. Bank
As
up
you're
also.
getting closer, you see the bolts of lightning. That's pretty much where the storm's coming from. The storm is raging alongside this giant.
Cool.
You're flying straight into it.
Okay.
You guys all continue that direction, towards the giant, towards the machines.
We know when I'm above the giant.
I'll let you know. Lightning strikes near you guys, maybe 50 feet off, and it streaks past, and everything is blinding white for a second. But it doesn't strike down on you, and it hits the ground below, and it hits into dirt and snow, and you see it explode, and then everything goes dark once again. Continue on till you're above the giant. 120 feet. You're looking straight down. You have 120 feet dark vision, correct?
As of an owl.
Yeah.
I do
Footsteps
this.
are.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm flying. And then I go, and we're going to dive. Hang on or let go. But I'm going to go in nose first.
Okay.
I'm
As you
turning
get,
my
let me
body
describe some more of the
into a
scene
feathery
too.
missile.
Let me describe some more of the scene too. So you see these two war machines. You're
Mhm.
not really sure what they're made to do or what they're for
Bad things.
because they don't look like a battering ram. They don't look like a trebuchet or a catapult. They look like an enclosed wagon with a lantern on the front, but larger.
Okay.
About twice the size of a wagon.
Okay.
They're being pulled by very large horses, maybe? Cousins of horses?
Big things.
Very large. Almost 1.5 times the size of a normal horse.
Sweet.
And you could only see a few of the hobgoblins from far off that were running alongside them. There's a full troop of hobgoblins
How many
running
hobgoblins is a
alongside
full
the
troop?
giant. Full troop is about 20.
Okay. I dive.
And you dive. What are you guys doing? Might as well roll initiative
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna be not that.
as he's
There we go.
preparing to dive.
Ooh, that's bad.
14. What did you roll?
10.
Oh, I guess you're hanging on.
I'm a 10.
Okay. Did you roll twice?
Yes.
4.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Now, I am going to assume you're flying in quietly.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check.
We have
Advantage.
Oh, advantage? So cancels out the
Plus-
disadvantage from armor?
+4.
+4? Okay.
You guys are just sitting
You have
there.
armor.
You're just sitting on a chair.
Yeah, you're not even moving.
Okay.
I roll a 19.
Yeah, I'm just going to make the owls roll.
Oh,
11.
19.
19 and 11.
Good thing I'm coming in first. They might hear you coming in. By then I'll be in his face. So.
Is there any disadvantage due to the storm on their check? Howling winds.
Can I let go as a reaction?
I mean, lightning has been striking down on the ground, creating chaos, but it's also been illuminating the sky.
We just look like clouds.
I
I
don't
look
think
like
you
a cloud
look like
falling on a
clouds.
rock. I look like a rock, a feathery rock falling from the sky.
Okay.
As I get close, I'll use my bonus action to mark the giant as my enemy.
You rolled an 11? His passive perception with disadvantage is more than 11.
So he sees G.
So you are looking down at him as he's turning his head up towards you and raising his hand.
Blah!
But let's roll some initiative for him. So he'll go first.
Sorry, G.
Our AC is 12.
Oh, and neither of you guys featherfall.
Well, we're about to fall in a cloud of feathers.
Yeah, right.
That's one of the material components, right?
At least I have you to fall.
So very last will be the
Oh,
hobgoblins. But very first will be your friend, Storm Giant.
Blap.
And as he raises his hand into the air, you see lightning streaking down. Roll a dex save, both of you.
Both of us? Me too?
Nope. Just
Oh.
the one
Dex.
that's riding on him.
Is plus
19.
2, so it's the same. Wait, so not me?
No,
Or-
you two.
Oh, just us two. Okay. 12.
Fail, fail.
So...
A 19 fails?
Sorry, success, fail.
I was like,
Oh,
my butthole pucker for a second. Yeah, 19. Failed.
Sorry, sorry.
Oh, shit.
At least we get the clean slate of a party wipe.
Here it is.
You'll take half damage, Garabon.
It's bad, too. It's really bad.
I'm missing 1d8.
Here you go.
Let me
Ready?
borrow a
Don't give it
D8.
to him.
Just gonna make me roll longer. $16.
Let's see what we have for hit points.
Not that many.
19.
Yeah, well.
16 plus 23
39.
You're still rolling.
plus 18.
49, 57.
This
Wow.
bolt of lightning, and you see Merritt's body illuminate throughout the sky. You see the feathers go and then dissipate into ash. And now it's Merritt free falling through the air, nearly above the storm giant, with Garavon
How
free
far
falling
away are they?
through the air.
How far are they from us? How far are they from us?
They are 30 feet away from you.
Featherfall.
There you go, guys.
Did you cast it on everybody?
Well,
that'll be on your.
Up to 5
Oh, it's a
falling.
reaction.
Yep, reaction.
Okay.
If
That's
you
good to
cast it
know.
on you, you're going to come off the saddle because you'll be
Oh,
falling
so we don't
slower
take
than
that
me.
damage?
No, you take that damage.
You can try
That
to
was
eat yourself.
lightning damage.
That was
We're
like-
over top of it, right?
We just don't take
okay.
falling damage.
I'll just jump off when I do it.
Oh,
and
thank God. That would've-
Featherfall all of us.
Okay.
So you guys are still
That
flying.
was concentration.
He hopped off. He
You have to make
he cast
concentration to
himself
keep
too,
him.
so he's going to do
Oh.
this
Yeah.
because he'll fall slower than me.
I
You might be
actually
falling
have
too.
advantage on these.
Let me put this
8,
guy on the board.
23,
You have to beat what?
half of 57.
Which is like 29,
So,
28,
yeah.
25.
You're
Oops.
not a bird.
I'm not a bird either. Poof.
So we're all
What'd you
feather
do?
falling.
And when he got zapped, he lost concentration.
Oh,
Wait, is polymorph concentration?
yes.
Yes.
Is it? Okay.
So I'm falling. That's cool. I aim myself for the giant.
We're feather falling.
Oh, that's a bummer. I wanted to strike him like a meteor from the heavens.
Hobgoblin troops. There's 10 on each troop. That way I don't have to put 10 miniatures down.
Well, it's going to take us 2 rounds to get down there now.
Yeah, you're up here.
I'm going to be doing stuff
Falling
before
down.
then.
What's up?
I'm going to be doing things before then.
I mean, so will I.
I want to see how tall this guy is. Is this a 60-foot thing?
Yeah.
So this mark in the middle is 30 feet?
Mm-hmm. He's about that.
Perfect.
Perfect, he says.
Perfect.
Where's Merritt?
Can you
Merritt on
reach
the
that?
board?
I can reach it.
Oh, yeah. Here I am. Here I am.
You're following with Artigan.
Yeah, towards his head. We're right above him.
Where are Merritt and I falling at?
30 feet away from
Over here. Perfect. You guys are actually like up here.
Okay.
Well, that was a good round. There are a lot of hobgoblins over here. And here. There's a war machine that's making its path through this forest. And this one's making its path through these trees over here. I don't think I have a good representation of a war machine. So I will
Use a T-Rex.
use some dice, I guess. Well, actually, I'll tell
Here,
you
use
what.
chunks of train, yeah.
I'll just use these.
Those are what?
War machines.
That's until I print some actual wagons and stuff, which I will eventually. That is currently what's going on. Ouch! Go ahead, Delaron.
I mean, I'm falling slowly, right?
You are.
How
You're
far down
above
did
the
I-
giant?
How far down did I get before I feather falled? Am I still 120 feet up?
He cast it as a reaction.
Okay.
Just happens.
So I'm going to fall for more than one round?
Yep.
Okay.
2 rounds.
So this round, I'm going to cast Haste on myself.
Okay. You cast haste.
What up? Hold on a second. Haste on myself. Okay. And then I am going to, for my bonus action, liquidate my 4th level spell slot. Make it sorcery
That's your
points.
bonus action.
Yep. Then I'm falling.
That was your turn.
Oh, hey, wait. Can I throw a javelin down at him?
As an action.
Don't
Haste
I
is an
have a-
action.
Don't I have, after I cast haste, an extra attack thing? Like an extra attack?
Yeah, haste gives you an attack or attack.
Haste
action.
gives you an extra attack. Is it on this turn?
I think
That'd be good to
it's-
know. I've never actually
I don't know. That's
I don't think we've ever done that.
Nope.
I think I've seen people do it before,
Cast
and it
haste
does
and
give you
then do
another-
it. Let's
does
find
give
out.
you
I think
another
that would
action.
probably work.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw my javelin in his face. Whatcha?
It's one action. Till it ends, your speed is doubled.
You can
plus 2
never
AC.
have more sorcery points than shown on the table for your level.
What is shown on the table for my level at level 2?
2.
2.
Do I have 2 all the time?
You start with 2.
You start with 2.
Well, then never mind. I don't liquidate the 4th level spell
Yeah.
slot. I'm gonna
That's
back
fine.
up.
Oops, no.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
throw your
2
javelin.
sorcery points.
You can
Well-
attack, one weapon attack only.
Okay.
You can dash, you can disengage, you can hide, or you can use an object. Pulling a javelin is part of your movement.
I'm moving down, so I will. At my bonus action, I'll declare him as my. I will vow that I will slay the fuck out of him and vow of enmity. And then I will throw the javelin. Smaff!
Throw your javelin.
Cool. 15 plus 9 is 24.
That is a hit.
Sweet. What does a javelin do?
A D6
Plus a D8, because I'm awesome.
plus your strength.
Yep. So,
I think it's time to put on some boss music.
5, so that's 9 damage to his face. Whap! As I'm coming in.
9 damage to his face, actually straight in the top of his shoulder blade. You now see it sticking straight up like a little quill.
Sweet.
He turns towards you. You have now revealed your position to him,
Lucidum! Like the sword. So now everybody can see me.
Artigan.
I am.
That's right, here I come.
120 feet from the giant or from the ground?
From the ground. You're 90 feet from the giant, because you're pretty much straight above him.
I will cast Wall of Force around him. So it's 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, 2 blocks high, and then one goes up, and then one goes over his head. So he's got like a 10-foot window on 3 sides that he can look out of. But
What?
everyone else is locking him in.
All right, let's back up real quick.
Okay, so he's.
I'll
locked in.
just read the spell.
All right. So he can't go anywhere. Nice. And you put one over his head?
Yep.
He finally tries to levitate. Yeah.
You can form it into a dome, a sphere.
Yep, I get 10 10-foot things, so 4 throwing around him, 2 high, that's 8, and then I have 1 on the backside, and then 1 going over. That's 10.
So you have 1 small one on the backside.
So this is the way it works. Think about it this way. All 4 sides, you might have to use more to go around him because he's large.
Is it not 10 feet?
Oh, 10 feet, you're right, 10 feet aside. So 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, and then that's 20 feet high. And on the back, he's got this thing that looks like this. So if he tries to levitate, he's going to hit it. But his face is open.
It's like a litter
So
box
these-
for a cat or something.
Yeah,
but
right.
invisible.
But invisible.
It's got.
And nothing on
10
the
feet.
sides. Like he can reach his arms out.
No,
Well,
it's
like
about
this.
that high.
It's 10
Yeah,
feet.
so he can reach his
20
arms
feet high.
above them.
If you
And then
saw
on the
it.
back, he's got something
He's got
going
one more.
upward.
Yeah,
And then there's here.
right. I'm going to drop on top of it and then be confused about what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And I will use combat inspiration on Deller, and I'll just go, fuck him up.
That's the plan.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Artigan graduated from the dad jokes. And
Yeah.
now is dropping F-bombs.
Wow.
I'm proud. I'm proud of him.
Caravan. You're floating downward through the air towards this hobgoblin troop over here. Some of them seem to continue their path this way. They're not actually their turn yet, but that's what they're doing. You can just tell as you're floating downward.
All right, so I'm going to take it upon myself to make sure that none of the hobgoblins, or as little hobgoblins, are focused on Delaron and Artigan. So,
So what you doing?
because I'm a volley master, how many of them are grouped together and 10 feet of each other?
There's a solid 5 ranked troop.
Oh, dude. Spit death on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So, like, I'm going to pick one of them, probably in the center, and then
Everyone around him.
everyone.
You're
in
gonna
10
shoot a
feet,
volley.
I'm gonna be
There's
taking
at
a lot of
least
shots.
5 of these guys are together. Is what I'm saying.
So five. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do.
And you have to make 5 attacks.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. This will be quite a turn.
That's
Yep.
all right.
Do you like more d20s?
Yeah. Give me 1,
Nice.
Scoo.
and these will be sharpshooters.
Dump them. You hold them to the
Ooh,
microphone.
sorry,
Shake
I
them.
got a nat 20, so that would be my main guy that I'm going for. So a nat 20, say 6 and 8 would be the 14.
11.
6.
I'm sorry,
Right.
11.
It's 14. It's 14. You're
14.
right. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Okay, thank you.
Malav.
I'm the one that doesn't
I
do
know.
math.
So
Right.
14, 17, and all the rest are higher.
Yeah.
One's a nat 20.
14 and 17.
So 17 and up is a hit.
9.
So
That was a
4.
9.
So it's 4 out of 5. One's a nat.
4 out of 5. Roll your damage.
They're humanoid, right?
Yeah, they're humanoids. So
It's a D8
Plus a shit ton.
plus
22.
So let's see.
5
Where's
for
my-
his dex, 1 for the bow, 2 for the bracer, 4 for humanoid puts him at 12, plus 10 for sharpshooters, 22.
plus 22.
Yeah, we got it right
so
here.
D8 plus 22. So you need 3 more D8s.
Oh,
Hit him with those D8s.
I got
Garavan's
2
got
more
big
D8s.
numbers.
2 more
There
D8s.
you
I
go.
got
Right.
it.
And then each D8 is plus 22.
All right. So 5 and 22 is 27.
Oh, wait, one of those, the die is doubled for.
I'll roll 1 more D8 then.
no.
no.
Actually,
Okay.
this one was the nat 20, so just use that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
4 and 22.
4 and 22 is
Okay, don't roll your damage.
24. 6 and 22 is 28. And 3 and 22 is 25. Whose dice are these now?
What's the
This is
highest
yours.
damage you rolled?
27.
20,
Everyone
28,
else
28.
that you hit besides that one drops instantly, and you see these arrows split through the sky. It's not even an arc because you're basically shooting straight down at them. And I don't know how this exactly works on your sheet or what it says, but I think you just load all the arrows in at once.
Sure.
Then it splits the sky, and it splits 3 wide, and they drop like flies. One of them looks up, and he points up to you, and he's got it sticking straight out of his peck right here, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs in some goblin language that you've heard a couple times before when you've killed hobgoblins. It's not a pretty language, and he's angry. That was your first shot. Might as well have kept all those d20s by you, because get a go again.
Oh, shoot.
Is it every time that you shoot?
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. That's your
just your one
attack.
thing,
That's
yeah.
your
Oh,
full
okay, I
attack.
Your volley.
Right.
Instead of
So-
taking the extra attack, you take a volley.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You can bonus action.
Nope, I'm good right now.
All right.
I'm going to pass it on.
That'll be Merritt.
All right. I am going
All but
to
one
twin cast Hex first. And that's going to be on this gigantic fellow as we fall into range there. And then on Tia, actually.
Okay.
Act as my
Mm-hmm.
way
Fallback position.
my fallback position.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'm going to impose disadvantage on all strength checks for both of them. So
So Tia is very less strong with her little strength of like 4 or 5.
mhm.
And the giant will have disadvantage on strength checks with a strength of like 29 or 30.
Still good for me.
Okay. And then as I'm still falling down, I'm not going to get within 30 feet on this turn, am I, of the giant?
No. Well, you're 120. You're going to fall 60. So you'll be here. Yep, you'll be within 50.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to fireball him. Bolt.
Fire
Bolt.
bolt, because you can't fireball,
Loimu.
Why can't you fireball?
because he cast a spell.
I cast
Oh, right,
Hex
right.
already. And so I'm going to attempt to hit him. Plus 11. That's either a 3 or a 17.
Looked like a 3 to me.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
I
I'll let you
couldn't see
judge.
it. No, you go for it. I couldn't see it.
It did like a weird wiggle thing and was
Well, then,
About
what
two-thirds
was your
of the way.
second roll?
12 makes it a 23.
23 is a hit.
That's 3
So
D10.
3d10 fire damage as you launch that into him. It illuminates his upper body.
So 13, 14.
14 damage. And the hobgoblin's turn. You see these 2 wagons start taking off faster, much faster. They're being pulled by, like I told you, these very large horse creatures. And now they're going through the forest slightly recklessly, but some of them remain behind. Out of the 16 that are left, plus the guy with the arrow in his chest, 5 remain. The rest go with the wagons.
Caravan, stop the wagons.
Same thing on this side, so I'll just leave this. 10 over here, stay behind. Out of the 5, 2 loose arrows at Garavon and Merritt. So Garavon, It's a miss. Merritt. It's a hit.
Tia on the map since she's next.
Take 6 piercing damage as an arrow grazes your side. Continues on into the darkness. That was their turn. Those troop over there, the 10, 5 of them launch arrows. And you see a spray of arrows in the air headed right towards you, past the giant. And they all go. They bounce off of nothing into the air,
Weird.
visibly
I don't know what's going
repelled away. Some of them clatter at the top of here. They hit and drop onto the giant's head, just like a loose arrow. And
Can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got the giant box stick going from the sides near his head.
on. Okay. Am I going to land on top or am I going to land off to the side?
You're gonna land on top.
Sweet. All right. Okay. Cool. All right.
That was their turn. Giant. He attempts to move, and he runs into something. I'm sure Wall of Force is a wall of can't be destroyed
Yep.
by anything.
Can't be moved.
Can't even be dispelled.
Can be disintegrated. That's it.
Yep.
Nothing can pass through the wall, and it's immune to all damage.
It even passes through the, what's it
Ethereal.
called? Ethereal. Yep.
It's hardcore, man.
Well.
Seriously, like lock a dude down.
Yep.
Ryan hates you. Luckily,
He looks up at you, and you, and you.
Cause lightning. I hold
He
my shield
doesn't
up?
call
Oh, okay.
lightning.
That's good.
Well, would it pass through? Would he be smart enough?
They're pretty smart.
He's not dumb.
probably has never happened to him before.
That's
though.
true. Like what the and the lightning will just hit the barrier.
Yeah, he actually does try to extend the lightning from his hand, and you see it splaying across the top of the barrier. There's now a lightning storm raging inside this box, this
So now I can
faux
see it.
box, and you can see the edges of this invisible barrier because the
Sweet.
lightning is tendriling up and around the back. It's trying to crawl down into the ground, and it's basically throwing lightning veins through this entire invisible box around the giant. And you see his eyes go red as he's looking up at you. That was his turn. Well, he is smart enough to try and figure out how to get out of this box.
I hope you can.
I can think of one way.
I could think of a way. He'll just have to climb.
There's a big chunk over his head.
Yeah.
I don't
You'd
know
have
if
to
that
be able
can
to fit through a
out.
10-foot gap.
10 by 5?
10 by 10.
10 by 10?
He might be able to get out of it if
Maybe.
he squeezes.
I'm gonna make it hard for him. Oh,
You're gonna definitely be pestering him while he tries. He's starting to. He also saw this shimmering,
can see
veiny
the shape
lightning
of
going
the-
through this box. And he grabs the edges of what seems to be nothing and starts lifting and pushing and squeezing his way through nothing. And you can see him lift his own weight up. His feet come up off the ground. He is now slowly actually squeezing through, but he's not going to get out this turn. He's almost turning himself completely horizontal as he's trying to squeeze through this gap.
Prone style?
Prone style.
Prone style.
Go ahead, Delaran. You fall another 60,
so I land on him.
or the box. There's plenty of surface area to play with here.
Okay. But I do land.
But you do land.
Sweet.
Let's see if I can do this. I've never done this before, guys.
This is kind of wild.
Can he do it?
Yeah. All right, so he's trying to squeeze out. This is kind of weird. Okay. I land on top of the box. And
So you're now up here.
I mean, so he's got to squeeze out right near me, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to slack. I'm just going to hack
You're going
the
to
shit
get
out of him.
advantage in the way he's positioned.
I mean, I have advantage anyways, 'cause I have vowed that I
you
will
get
slay
advantage.
him. So I get 2d8 and 2d6 because it's flaming. My bonus action, screw bonus action, whatever. I'm gonna swing a few times, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do next.
All right, swing.
Okay. 22.
22 is a hit. All right, I'm going to have you position your mic here again.
It's in your beard somewhere. It's hiding. Okay, so that's one hit.
Sorry.
Came undone.
Should I roll damage before I keep rolling hits, or should I roll hits first?
I'll just roll all the hits.
Okay, so that's one hit. That's another 22. That's the second hit. That's another 22. That's the third hit. So 3 hits.
So you take
Hack,
3
hack.
strikes, ones with haste, all in succession, and you continue hacking at that same spot on his body, and you see the skin split. And it doesn't look like skin. Go ahead and roll. It looks
Stop
more
shaking.
like
Oh, sorry.
Just roll it.
leather splitting apart from each other.
So 6, 13, 15, 16, 24 for the first one. Slough.
Good God.
And then 5, 10, 13. 13 plus 8 is 21. So 24, 21. And then 10, 17, 23, 31. So hack, hack, hack.
And you see his skin split apart. It now reveals muscle, and blood spills out from both sides.
How big is he? Is he large?
No.
He's huge?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a bummer.
It's huge.
I was going to try and shield slam him back into the box,
that's not
but I
gonna
can't do it. No. Okay,
Where
so
he wants to go, he goes, unless Artigan boxes him in.
I am going to jump onto his back.
You're now on his back. Let's see if I can make this work. Maybe.
And I am gonna hang on to his pauldron and get ready to give him some more gusto.
Give him some loving.
Right.
You're on his back now?
I'm on his back. I'm gonna ride him into the dirt.
As you're falling at the same rate as Dalaran. So this is all happening simultaneously as...
Oh, it's my turn now. So,
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It gets weird sometimes.
It's about to get weirder.
Don't
Yeah.
do it, Artigan.
Do it, Artigan. Do it. What happens if I turn into a T-Rex on his back while he's balancing over the lip of this thing?
Well, you don't have good balance.
I wish you could bite Smite. It's a bummer that you can't.
there's 2 things I could do that I'm interested in.
You hear the shouting of the hobgoblins that are now all directing their fire towards you.
Yeah,
You hear the clatter of wheels going away in the distance, the sounds of
That's
hooves
you, man.
traveling further away. Artigan is going to
I'll cast Wall of Fire.
do some crazy shit.
Cool.
You gonna fill the gaps?
I'm going to have it go a circle. It's a 15-foot, I believe.
Is it a dex check?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good. I'm glad for that.
but it's 20 feet high, so it's about the same height as the thing, but it's going around it, pointing inward
At us.
10 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
He's 20 feet high.
Mhm.
Is it in the box or out of the box?
Outside of the box.
Okay.
Let's see. It's a 20-foot
It's gonna
diameter.
cook me.
Is it both concentration or no?
Nope. Wall of Force is not concentration.
Wow.
It's
It's just there. It's there for 10 minutes.
Once
So
you
you
make
now
it, it
are
stays.
concentrating on this wall of fire that erupts and definitely shows you the edges of the box. Because this... Is it a box or is it a circle?
It is a 20-foot diameter circle.
The wall
Okay,
of
so
fire
it
is just
only shows you
around
the corners
me
of
and
the
the
box.
giants.
10. It's actually
It's
even
big.
further out.
Yeah.
It's an extra.
It's like...
It's an extra 5 feet out
From the box.
from the box.
So it's not interacting with the box, except that it's around me and the giant. Now.
And he isn't being burned by it for now.
Get a face
But
plant into it.
yeah, he's got to run through it in order to.
Get away from me.
All right, Artigan.
I'll
And
just
then
chase
you
him
are
through.
dropping in. Where are you dropping in at?
I'm just staying out the top panel.
So on the box.
Yep. Staying on the box. And I'll actually.
Which is literally right there.
Just higher, yeah.
I have one more. Let's see if I can make this work.
Just keep saying that.
If we're going for it, I might just go for it.
Do it, man. Stuff got weird.
There's Artigan on
I'm
the top
sorry.
panel.
I'm not, but I am.
I should get those clear height converters. Kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys have now changed the 3D map to 4D.
All the time.
No,
Garavon.
it's still just 3D.
It's Garavon's turn.
Oh, that's fair.
Am I still in the air?
Yes, but you're falling. And you will hit the ground this turn.
Okay. Before I do I have an angle on those horses?
Yes.
All right. Well, and then in that case,
On this wagon. On that wagon. Let's see if you have an angle. You do. You have an angle on both, actually.
okay. So I'm going to take.
Cover doesn't bother him. As long as it's not full cover.
Correct.
So I'm going to take a shot at one horse on this wagon and one horse on this wagon.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing sharpshooter on these.
Again, they're not
horses.
horses. They are, but they're a cousin of the horse.
Okay,
and
We're
they're
gonna have
much
a lot more
larger.
hit points than horses.
I'm going to sharpshoot the cousin of a horse.
One on each.
One on each. Sharpshooter, here we go. So that will be
Plus
an 18 or a 17 and a 20.
Hit. Roll your damage.
All right.
Plus 22.
Remember, they're not humanoids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So plus
Plus 18.
18.
18.
Thank you.
So 6 and 18.
24 and 22.
24 and 22.
You wound both horses.
Guess that's all I can do because I can't cast a spell or anything.
And then you
Or
land
wait,
on the ground.
It's an action. Never mind. Now I land on the ground.
Do you have your movement or
You
no?
can land around and then you can move.
Well, I'm going to take the rest of my movement and I'm going to move where I can get a good angle on both those horses from the ground.
Didn't do a bonus action. so you
They
can
kind of
dash.
split a bit. Not like really far, but they did go in separate areas. So this one's coming around here. That one's going around there. This is the closest wagon, and it's going through the forest. You can chase it if you would like.
That's what I'm doing.
They're off the map. Sad.
But still within range
But-
of me.
You can probably only chase one, to be honest.
Oh. I can't see.
Okay.
You're coming through this way?
Yeah.
How far can you move? You have your regular movement.
I got plus
40.
40. So,
You can move 80.
yeah.
40
can
then
move 80?
bonus. Yeah.
Because I can't spend my action.
You're off the map. Garavon runs through the forest, and you lose sight of him immediately.
That's cool. He's doing the deal.
Again, Garavon will have to fight without the battle map.
That's fine. Because I already have my idea.
Merit.
Quick clarification. Since I do so much fire damage, it's gonna come into play eventually here. If a spell sets somebody on fire, but it doesn't specifically say that it lights other things around, would, for example, a Deller and Cooper on that burning thing take damage? Though it kind of makes sense, but it
If
doesn't
it set
specifically
him
say.
on fire,
Sets the giant on fire. If he sets the giant on fire, am I gonna burn? That's what he wants to know.
Yeah.
is it magical damage?
Yeah. Well, it's fire damage. It's a magical spell, though. It's not like I'm throwing matches at him.
Correct. But the way fire would naturally spread, well, it'd be like a raging inferno immediately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
like a raging inferno.
That's what I thought. I checked to see if it specifically said anything.
They'll
it
not be
doesn't-
walking on hot coals at that point,
But yeah,
basically,
when he-
with bare feet.
When he went flying in there, it kind of...
But he can, I don't know if you can make dex checks depending on what spell you're doing. If he just takes damage because he's on fire, he might not.
Well, whatever. I am going to...
That's how we like to.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Well,
I'm not gonna.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna do it. I can't do it when I see you on there. I am going
Thanks,
to
man.
attempt instead to upcast one of my lower level spells. I'm going to attempt to. Well, I'm going to fall.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action to teleport onto him, onto the giant, because and then I'm going to touch his foot or whatever's back there, wherever I am.
His hindquarters. You're
Yep,
touching
touch
his butt.
his-
Put my
It's not
fingers
gonna work.
put my
Not
fingers in
gonna
the
work.
no-no and bestow curse. Upcast
Which one
fifth.
do you give him?
There we go.
So you choose one ability score, and target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws, and I'm going to use wisdom.
So he has to make a save.
So first he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's your DC?
My DC is currently 19.
He saves.
Well, that changes quite a bit.
Why didn't you give him the slimy doom?
Pardon what?
There's more
Anyways,
than one way you can curse him, right?
hey,
No.
All right.
you
Well,
don't know this,
It's done.
so you touch the creature, and that creature must succeed on a saving throw
which he did.
or become cursed. And so at that's where it starts.
In fact, you get
Oh, I
one
think I'm
of these.
thinking
You get
of
one
the-
of these.
I think I'm thinking of a different spell. It's the
You are.
disease one.
Yep. This has
Contagion.
all sorts
Yeah,
of things
right.
afterwards, but
So what else are you gonna do? You are on top of him now.
so none of that, none of that, none of that.
He's
none
trying
of
to
that.
squeeze out of this damn box.
And
Through the
I-
fire. Out of the frying pan into the fryer.
I use my bonus action. So I am going to see, I'm on the inside. So I'm going to try to step onto where the box is.
The top with Artigan?
Up near Artigan.
Yeah. That
Give me
makes
an
sense.
athletics check. It's actually quite a hop.
No, fail.
What about, I mean, there's the part that he's crawling over. Can I be on?
No, because it's literally a wall. It's like that thin.
Oh, it's not a wall. All right. So I fall.
What's your own total?
5.
5. Normally, I would say you might be a little off balance, but you're trying to jump onto something completely invisible.
Yeah.
Just
And
miss
you
it.
haven't quite got your bearings after you teleport. You do jump and you hit against the side of something right on your face. You jump and it goes whack right on your head, and it sends you into a tumble downwards. Boom!
Is he inside or outside the box?
Inside.
Though he might not know it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, no.
Like that.
Just like that, I guess.
I felt pretty good about that one.
Like, slap.
I didn't mean to do that, but
Sure, you did it. You've been waiting to do
And-
something like that.
oh, and you take damage.
And I'm going to mentally have
8 falling damage, 20 feet.
Tia
high.
make sure she's within 30 feet of me. We'll tuck a little
Okay.
bit closer. I take 8 more damage too?
Falling damage.
All right. I'm going to have to take some time to rectify that.
At least
That
you're
number is
inside the invulnerable box.
Yeah, it's true.
Go ahead. Oh, me.
Yeah, I'm ready.
The horses continue on. You did not take it down in one shot. And they move through the forest. You can hear the sounds of footsteps shuffling, lagging behind the wagon. There are troops going that way, but they can't go as fast as the horses. But you can't see either of them from here. And you can hear them fading away into the distance. They're off the map as well, except for these guys who now all focus fire on Delaran. Luckily, Delaran is a tank.
I am a
Are there any
tank.
on that side that would hit the wall, or no?
From this side?
If he's crawling out the way he was facing, then it
I'm
would've
talking
been
about
behind
these
him.
guys. There's 10 over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with the 10.
I'm a tank.
They don't try to shoot me.
You're in the box.
No, they're trying to save their friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all inside fire, actually, so they probably can't see me at all.
Miss. 24?
27.
27?
Shield.
Isn't it just one attack, or is it the whole
That's
round?
all until the end of my next turn.
Okay. So miss.
Mhm.
Hit.
Actually, 29. Because I have hasted, which gives me 2 more. So 29.
So hit.
Okay,
Because a natural 20.
cool. That's a bummer.
It's a 1 hit out of 10.
So Ew! Slam. Natural 20 in the eye. It's in my ear. How did he get it in my... Yeah, my one eye.
17 piercing damage from that arrow.
14.
And it sinks right into your collarbone, right through the metal that isn't connected, through the chain,
Ouch.
underneath your plate,
I'm like,
and it sinks in.
Okay, I leave it in there. Fuck it.
Now, Giant.
Yep. I'm sure he's upset.
He's a little pissed. Go ahead and swing away.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He's not doing anything?
He is. He's moving.
Oh, and I'm just going to swing at him the whole time.
No, he's provoking because of the way he's moving.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's basically moving. Well, is he moving out of your threat range?
I'm
I
riding
guess
him.
you're riding him. So now he's going to move. In fact, you're going to have to make a dexterity check to keep on.
That's cool. Difficulty of?
It's against
21?
his. He's trying to shake you while you're trying to hang on. So it's called riding a larger creature.
Okay, 21.
Does he have disadvantage?
From what?
X?
No,
Strength based?
No strength.
Yeah. Isn't he trying to
Shake
strength
me
shake
off?
you off?
I don't know.
That hex got canceled. I just
Oh, and you
realized.
bestowed curse.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
25.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, he's a beast.
He
Okay.
literally moves outside of this box. You see him squeezing through. You see his belly starting to suck in on the walls or the top of this box.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's doing it, he shakes you free easily.
Can I choose which way I fall?
Just like he didn't push you into the roof.
Yeah. If I could stay on him, I would have gone with it.
Yeah, you can choose which way you fall.
All right, I want to follow the way he's going instead of the way he's coming from.
So outside of the box.
Yep.
Into the fire.
Is it into the fire? It's into the fire.
Well, not
Now,
quite in the
avoiding
fire.
damage from the fire is a dex.
Yep.
I'll go outside of the box.
This is the craziest.
Does he face plant
Bad
first? Does he land?
He is so giant that his legs, you ever like climb a large fence where you can stick your one leg and then he touches down and he gets his other leg out. He doesn't even fall. He's that giant.
So I fall outside the box. I'm with him.
And he lands on the ground with a thud. And you're out there with him. These guys are over here.
Yep.
Merritt's in the box.
In the box.
There's a wall. Kind of like that. And he will go to strike you.
That's cool. My AC is 29.
29.
Bring it on, big and ugly. We're going to do this.
Why do you say those things?
Oh, because I love it. I don't know.
You know what happens when you say those things.
Nat 20. Smite with the giant sword. Which would be great. Oh, there it is.
No way.
I really need that armor that
No.
reduces
Oh my
critical rolls.
god. Are you kidding me?
I'm crit bait. I always get crit at least
So
once
the
or twice.
first
Like,
strike, you say, "Bring it on."
I'm like, let's do this. King. And it's like, what?
You felt this sword before.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, I did in the
Yeah, you
back
did.
when I was stunned. That was a crit, too.
No, it wasn't.
When I was stunned, yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was automatic
No,
crit on me.
it wasn't.
No, it's only if you're incapacitated, not
That's
if you're stunned.
horrible. Well, then this is going to suck way more than I did.
Can I have some fireball
Super
dice?
bad.
There you go.
Just 2 of them.
Only 2?
Just
You're
2.
just gonna multiply instead.
Yeah, over
Times-
5 dice, you just multiply
Times
by
8.
2.
Fuck.
Look at all those 6s.
Holy shit.
28 damage times 2 is 56 damage plus a strength rider.
56 plus 9.
Oh, man. 45. Or no, 65.
Minus 3.
62.
Did you have concentration on anything going?
Haste.
There goes.
Well, you could roll a natural 22.
I'm gonna try that. Otherwise, you stand there for a round.
Another round and take it like a man.
This is so bad for you.
Current HP dropped to 28.
Roll your concentration.
So I have to roll over 30 something.
You just need a natural 20.
Come on, you can do it.
Inspiration?
Nope. And I don't have any.
Remember
So
when
I dropped it. I'm like,
outmade him?
so it's like, I'm like, let's do this. And he's just like, chunk. Blood's like, I'm like,
I'll let you narrate that one.
yeah, I dropped to one knee as blood fountains out of my armor and put my hand down to hold me up. I'm like,
You held your shield up and it just pushed it out of the way.
Swick chop. Went through the collarbone where the arrow was, into my chest.
At least the arrow's gone now.
Yeah, small favors.
30.
30 to hit me again.
Hit you again.
Combat inspiration.
Wow.
Add to your AC if you want.
Oh, that's a good idea. 29
It's a
plus.
D10.
You gave him a combat inspiration?
Yep. As
You
we're
did
You
really
following.
good.
are
falling.
probably his best friend right now.
29 plus 2 is 31. So I'm like, get my ruined arm up in the way. King.
And this time, it's coming full force. It's gonna hit you. You remember Art's words that he said
Fuck
to
him up.
you.
I was like, no, I haven't fucked him up yet.
You
Ah!
hold your shield in the way, and you actually stave off the most massive hit you've ever felt.
Brutal.
Besides the very last one that just
Cut me
almost struck you
in
down
half,
once.
Yeah. So I'm like,
And he screams at the top of his lungs. It's a bellowing, thunderous roar. And when he screams, you see lightning bolts out of the sky. Just the natural storm is raging around you.
well, he better hope I don't get another turn.
That was his turn. You get another turn.
It's my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I like stand up, like,
Did you lose your haste?
oh, I don't do anything. That's right. That's why I said I better hope he, yeah, because I don't do anything. Thanks. That's why
It is your turn. What do?
I don't have a turn. I don't have a turn.
You just skip a turn? That's what happens when you
When
can't
you
lose
lose
haste?
haste, you
You're stunned.
do nothing.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go ahead, Artigan.
I can take no actions.
Oh my
not
god.
even reactions.
Okay, well, fire hasn't done anything yet, but I'm feeling that this is more important.
So
Fire's
guys,
done one thing. You see this tree light on fire. Fire.
Hey, we can see.
All right.
I mean, the fire in the first place could make you see.
I'll do hypnotic pattern on the giant. Have him make a wisdom save.
Good luck. Yeah,
Disadvantage.
Oh, that will help.
Total?
Let's see, my
19.
save is 8 plus 5. Plus 10.
yeah, I got no action.
So 18 for the save?
Oh, is it 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
to save
It's
again.
8 plus your
Proficiency plus con mod. Or
No.
charisma mod.
Yeah, what's your charisma mod?
5. So it's
Yeah, it's
8 plus
18.
10.
18.
18. He saves.
I'll
Looks
use-
like he wasn't going to save. But he
Oh, okay.
saves.
Legendary.
It's been good. That was
You
so
see his
bad.
eyes glaze over for a second, almost swirl in a pattern of colors. That red starts to swirl with some black. He shakes his head, snaps out of it. He looks up at you.
I will. See, I've got bonus action. I will yell out to Delaran, "Good luck!" Give him another combat inspiration.
I look up at you as I'm like bleeding and dying in the mud. I'm like, oh.
You've
is it
seen him
really?
like this once before, where he's breathing really hard. It looks like he's exhausted.
And I will go down into the safe box.
The safe room.
Oh,
You've
God,
made
that's a
yourself a
horrible
sanctuary.
Good
idea.
luck.
next
Fuck
to
that,
Merritt.
I'm out.
You drop down in. How? He's gonna do it.
Yeah,
Then you're gonna take some damage from falling.
that's fine. It's less than I would
That's
take.
fine.
Take 7 falling damage as you land poof, next to Merritt, who is lying on the ground, bleeding. He has some char marks up his side. There's like one streak all the way down his face, his shoulder, his side. It looks like it split some of the leather. He looks pretty bad off. Delaran looks pretty bad off. Caravan's okay over there.
Everyone's out off the map.
Go ahead, Caravan.
Okay, so
You have a natural 17 perception?
18.
18.
No, it went up.
19.
19.
You can hear the sounds of the combat behind you. You can hear the screaming. You can hear the, "Let's do this." That's Delaran yelling. You've heard that before. And then you hear the loudest ringing sound you've ever heard in your life. And you hear, "Ugh!" And then you hear another ringing sound. It sounds like sword on steel, but it sounds more like tree on boulder.
Sounds
You
like
don't see it.
No.
You're far off.
Sounds like they're having troubles.
Definitely.
And I need to stop these wagons.
All right,
That's
you
what I need to
continue
do,
through.
guys. So I got my dragon bow,
You do.
and I sprout dragon wings,
You do.
and I shoot up 40 feet.
You do.
Do I see both wagons?
You do.
Do I shoot both of them?
Same horse?
Same 2 horses. So they'll have a little bit more oomph.
Sharpshooter?
Hell yeah, I'm sharpshooter.
Any hunter's marks?
No. Yeah, that's a hit. For
Total?
sure. Total is 26 and
Make sure you're doing the sharpshooter
Yep.
hit, minus 5.
Yep, 26
Okay.
and because it's a +8,
I know.
right? And a 19.
That's a hit.
Okay, so
Garavan does Garavan things.
Artigan does Artigan things. Delaran does Delaran things.
plus 18. on
What's
these.
Merritt doing?
Plus 18.
I'm gonna start healing people. So we're all spread
So
out.
that's
so
the first one
I'm
is
not
9,
optimizing.
18,
You can wait until after I start sucking mud.
27.
You see this giant horse, this Clydesdale, it's larger than a Clydesdale, go down. And when it goes down, you see the entire troop of horses veer. It looks like the one in the back tramples him,
Ugh.
That's what I was going for.
and they veer into a tree. And one of the horses hits the tree, and the wagon stops. Your other damage, I mean, you don't actually have to roll. You
Yeah, I do.
have plus 18.
Let's see, 5 and 8. That would be 13.
41.
Thank you.
You see this wagon over here, way over there. It hits. The horse goes down. It hits its side, and it's now being drug between the other horses, like just a limp corpse being drug in between. But they're still riding, although they're not going as fast, and they're having trouble steering. That's what you see for now. At the end of your next turn, your wings will go away.
Yeah, I've got.
You could remain up here for now if you want. At the end of your next turn, they'll
Will
go
I
away.
be able to go down safely though?
At the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
On your next turn, you can descend.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that because I still might be able to take some plugs somewhere else.
You can also bonus action.
Oh, and yeah, you have a natural 19. While you're up here, you can see way over there, you see not quite in detail what's going on with the giant. Actually, no, you just see a wall of fire. Never mind.
No, the
You
wall
see
of
a
fire's
giant
gone.
towering
the
above
wall of
wall
fire's
fire.
gone.
Hypnotic pattern.
Oh.
It's concentration. So.
All
wall
right,
of
so
fire's
my
gone.
bonus action, I cast Hunter's Mark on the giant.
Okay.
Wait, can I do that?
No, you can't. It's not in range.
No,
gotta
I'm
be
not
closer,
in range.
yeah.
Never mind. No
Go
bonus
ahead,
action.
Merritt.
I'm up there.
Okay, I am going to. First things first. Going to cast. Nope. I'm going to give myself activate my Wings of Flying with the command word. Which is going to give me a fly speed of 60. And I'm going to go up 20, over 5, down 20. And I'm going to come right up to you, and I'm going to dump 5 d6s of healing into you.
Oh,
Via
thanks.
my warlock.
And now you're standing next to him by the giant.
Yeah. Oh, I get to reroll ones. There we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
So 6 times 3, 18, and 4, 24.
Oh, thanks.
You regain 24 health.
You won't die so much.
It'll take 2 swings now.
Which, coincidentally, yes. And I'm not... And so that's a bonus action, that's a move, that's a...
Artigan's inside the box.
I'm going to use the last of my speed to fly kind of up and diagonally a little bit away from here.
Away. You provoke.
Will, that was amazing. Nice.
I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work with this. So
It would work the same way as a mic up there.
I just pulled it off my chest.
It was probably still just as loud.
I'm gonna gotcha! No, do this.
It still doesn't work.
Really
the
Gotta
same.
doesn't work
resonate
there.
from this way.
Whatever.
If I had the ability, I'd give you all mute buttons, but I don't.
Oh, that'd be great. Like, click
The cough.
Fucking son of a bitch. Click. Okay, I'm good. We're back on.
You would provoke an attack of opportunity.
Don't do that.
Do I within?
Oh yeah,
So he's like right next
he's
to.
huge. His reach.
It's
It's
10 feet.
huge.
You reach 10 feet. Just
So I will
hope
stay.
he wants to kill me more than he wants to kill you.
I will go sideways then. Stay within his range. Not going to provoke.
You'll
Flanking
move
him?
back a little, but within his range. It's once you leave his
Yeah,
threat
I'll
range.
stay. I'll go this way. I'll stay right up on, but
Flanking.
yeah, I would rather not be
Like right
within.
Here?
Yeah,
No.
that's-
What's your aura radius? Is
10
what,
feet.
10 feet.
About right
So
there.
yeah, so I'll stay within 10. I
Stay
just don't want to
10
be
of
right
me.
next to you.
So put him close to me.
Yeah, I'm a touch closer, but not within 5.
He doesn't want to be within double lightning bolt range.
Yep.
So if he
I know
calls
what
down,
you meant.
if he calls down right here,
Hobgoblins can now see you.
I've been seen me before. They shot 10 arrows at me.
That's true.
They shot me 10 times.
There's still 10 of them.
Yep.
They will all rush forward. They'll
Oh.
swarm.
Okay.
This is really bad, guys.
It's totally okay. If I can live until next round, it will be all right.
Yeah, but it's not
Here's-
just you.
here's hoping.
They were all like in this area, so let me actually measure stick it out. Maybe not all of them will take an attack. Yeah, only a few of them will actually get an attack. They swarm. They swarm you. They swarm Merritt. Some of them fought to swarm Artigan and then couldn't. They were trying, and then boom, they hit the wall.
Oh, I wonder if those D6 dice could have been used at a range. I don't remember what my range.
Yeah, you should have stayed in the box.
That would have been something else. Also, when I canceled my hex on that all or nothing spell, it was extra all or nothing.
Yeah, we got nothing. That's. I'm like, oh snap.
There's a couple more that swarm you.
Guys, I think the gloves are off, and I think someone's gonna die.
So they do swarm you, but only a
Yep.
few of them will attack. They also swarm Merritt.
Oh no.
One of them is sitting over here, prone on the ground. The end of
Bouncing
this
off the
turn, bouncing off the wall. Here's one more, because I didn't have 10.
Oh. You need to leave.
These guys just crowd around. There's
They don't
still,
want a piece of me.
there's still like 5 over there.
Everyone wants a piece of Mr. Cooper.
I don't have enough models. I did tell you. I warned you. There we go. These are models.
So losing haste. Not good.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the swarm creatures. That's all of them. They're trying to get their attacks in when they can.
Mm-hmm.
4 of them are actually going to get to attack because one's sticking you with a pike from through the ranks.
Oh, good for him.
Can you shield yet?
I mean, no, I can't shield. I can't do anything until my next turn. I have no actions. No actions. Not even react.
1 hit.
Okay, is it the piker?
Yes. it is.
Nice. I love it. So I'm like, ching, 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 slash, yeah. How bad?
Well, let me pull him up. They can deal an extra damage on their turn as long as they have someone within 5 feet of them.
Yep.
I'll take D8 plus 2D6. 15 piercing damage as the pike reaches through the ranks and skewers you. And he goes up and under the pauldron, the shoulder joint, and he pierces into your skin, your flesh.
I'm like,
Pushes you back towards the giant.
Cool.
The giant.
I know.
The giant.
This is what I'm worried about.
He
I kill
swings.
the hobgoblins all day.
When you're exhausted, do you provoke an advantage?
No, it just means that I don't take any attacks for next turn. That's it.
You do have 1 combat inspiration if you want.
Yes.
Can you use it?
Do you use it as a thing, as a reaction, or do I just use it whenever?
I think it's just whenever.
Okay.
First
Figure
shot.
out. Is it? Did he crit?
No.
Okay.
You're so worried. I can't see.
I'm like, is it a crit? Is it a crit?
27.
Oh, it uses a reaction to roll the part.
Well, then I take it. I take the 27. Yeah, slash. Oh, I just totally got the mic, didn't I? I was all like,
Probably.
all right.
At least there wasn't anything important happening.
At least it
You
rolled
just died.
4 6s.
You only took 1 effectively from that. If I gave you, no, 3 effectively from that. If I gave you 24 hit points.
28 piercing damage.
25.
25.
I'm not going to take another swing.
What does that put you at? That's got to put you
15.
real close. 15.
And then he swings
I
again.
can't take another one.
19.
Woo! So I'm like, put the shield up. I'm like,
man.
king.
It's your turn.
Bum, 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 bum.
Fuck this, dude.
That's my.
Yeah, smite. Smite. I'm not going to leave.
You always say that.
I know what's happening.
Roll those dice while you're not going to leave.
Stop shaking it and start rolling.
19 plus 11, so 30.
It's a hit.
Whap. And then I'm going to hit him again. Yep, and I hit again. 27.
It's a hit.
So the first swing, I smite. So let's figure this out. D8 plus another D8 plus 2D6. That's the normal. Plus 5D8. 5 more D8s. So I've got 1,
2,
2, 3, 4. There's me one of those.
5.
Okay, so lots of ones. So
Yeah. What's up?
He's the
7,
worst
that's
smiter in the
10.
world.
I'm a really bad smiter.
You can also add the combat inspiration to damage, I believe.
Yes.
If you'd
you
like.
can.
Okay, so that's 10. It's 11, 15,
Is it also as a
20,
reaction?
22.
Use its reaction to add the number to its AC.
Sure, 4 more. 22 plus 4
Nope.
is 26.
Just added.
So you can just add it. It's not a reaction to add the damage.
So 34. That was a horrible level 4 smite.
That's it?
Yep, and then I'll smite him with the second one too. So 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 48.
You cleave into his calf. It pierces through the giant leather boots. It cleaves through the leather and the skin alike.
This is a little better. So 10, 20, 32, 33, 41 for the second one. So I'm like, slaff, slaff.
You do it again. You cut into his foot on your second attack as he recoils. He lifts his leg up slightly from the first attack, and it cleaves off the tip of his boot, and it also cleaves off the tip of his large toe.
Sweet.
Actually, it cleaves off the entire large toe.
Nice.
Thump! And you see it fall to the ground with a thud in front of you.
Fuck that guy.
The piece that you cleaved off is like this big.
Sweet. That's his big toe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, whatever.
That's it. Because you only get 2 attacks. You're not hasted.
I'm not hasted yet, but I gotta check out something really quick.
Should have checked that out on someone else's turn.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing.
That's what you get for gaining so many levels.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you guys are like, give me more levels, please.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
We're gonna ask.
I'm done.
This time.
That's what I got.
Go ahead.
I stand
Hardy.
up.
Do you have enough time to think there, Art, again?
Yep. So the good news is,
He's prepared.
We got good news.
all of them are in a 30-foot cube. The bad news is, you two are also in that 30-foot cube.
Do what you have to do.
So I'm gonna do a hypnotic pattern and try to catch everybody in it, and it also unfortunately includes Merritt and Delaran.
At
If one of them hits me,
disadvantage?
I wake up. Maybe. My 15 hit points.
The issue is if somebody hits you while you're stunned,
Oh, they automatic crit?
automatic crit.
I hope one of the hobgoblins gets me.
The hobgoblin. Oh no, it's the giant next.
The giant saves? No, the giant is before me.
Each creature in the area who sees it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I can't pick who does.
He's not a careful caster.
Okay, everyone roll your wisdom save. I'm going to make
Disadvantage.
2, because I don't want to roll 400 dice over here.
Are you sure?
2 for the hobgoblins. We'll say it'll be random.
Group A and Group E.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It's random. So first group of hobgoblins.
And you get the bonus from him.
It's disadvantage.
Fails.
Roll disadvantage.
What's your bonus?
+4.
Doesn't matter. Oh,
Nope, I'm
this
done.
binge felt worse.
I'm stupid.
Nope. For the
Oh,
hobgoblins.
wait. What's your save?
All of them. Now stand there, dazed, stunned.
Oh, that's horrible.
Now the giant.
Yeah.
The 2.
Disadvantage.
Saves.
Dang it, I can't force that.
Use my inspiration.
You see it again. This pattern starts to shift and change and swirl across his face.
Worst case scenario.
He
I'm
shakes it
slack-jawed
off.
yokel. I'm
Me
like,
too.
He starts to
Well,
raise his
14.
sword into the air again. He's still moving. They're not.
Hmm.
What else you got?
Well, that was my
The flash
action.
bulb goes off, and we're like,
Spoo! Yeah.
You hear that
Whoa.
whining sound?
Yeah. Wee.
It takes an action to shake him out.
And you're behind the wall.
Yep.
You can move in this little tiny invisible cube. Ding, 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 ding.
I just didn't have enough actions.
This is gonna suck.
Yep.
At least the hobgoblins are stunned.
I wanted a hobgoblin to poke me as opposed to the giant.
Fair.
Yeah. So if you're stunned, you can't use any actions, or what?
Nada.
Remember not
Right.
expected?
No.
No reactions.
Zil.
Is that
no
what it
nothing?
does? It's officially stunned?
Hypnotic,
So
whatever.
it's the same as
Yeah.
coming out of
No.
haste?
Incapacitated. It's worse.
Yeah. Incapacitated.
Oh, we're incapacitated?
You
Yeah,
get
that's
crits.
right. That's why it's
Auto
automatic
crits.
crit.
It's an auto crit me, yeah.
No. Incapacitated is can't take actions or
okay.
reactions.
That's not unconscious.
If you're unconscious, you also have the incapacitated trait. And
So incapacitated,
get-
you can't do anything.
Oh, so
They're
we're not
unconscious.
auto-critted.
so we're unconscious as
Not
a result
dead,
of the
though.
spell?
I remembered, yeah. it has
No. I have it right
would be
here.
super
I think
bad.
so.
You're incapacitated, have a speed of 0.
That's not bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just
So
incapacitated.
Can't
once
do
you get
anything.
struck by the great sword,
Okay.
you'll wake up out of it. The stupor will fall.
Okay, so we're
So-
not stunned.
Correct.
You're incapacitated.
Okay.
And your speed is 0.
I mean, it was 0 before.
Go ahead, Garavon.
Best course of action. Get rid of these hobgoblins, but we got a big dude. How's my cart doing?
Well,
One is still shakily moving through the forest. You now see, you look back at the weirdest thing you've seen in a long time. All your friends, all the hobgoblins, are now frozen in time. They were enacting a battle scene. That scene stops. Some swords are in the air. They fall to the ground. Some people were moving in. They stop. All the movement stops. It's unnatural. It's like looking at a museum of history in a battle scene. The giant is raising his sword.
I yell, Caravan! And I pop him twice.
Roll to hit.
Alright, these are regular hits.
You're still
Just
in the
not-
air up here. He's not 300 feet away. You have a clear shot.
That sharpshooter. 2 hits. Let's see. The first one is 36. I mean, sorry, a 26.
You're not
And a-
sharpshooting.
Nope, and a 28.
Hit.
And a 28.
A hit.
All right.
You also have Hunter's Mark
On him.
on him.
Was
Oh,
I
no,
able to
you
no,
weren't
I
able
was
to.
not.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
right.
right.
Yeah.
He has
Sorry.
been damaged.
Sorry, guys. I'm not 90 feet. I
2d8.
think I die right here.
9 plus 8.
18. Oh, no, wait.
I thought you said sharpshoot as you rolled, didn't you?
No, I said he's not sharpshooter.
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
He said he's not
no,
sharpshooter.
So it's. What did I say it was?
He's not a humanoid
It's
either.
plus 8.
Is it plus 8?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, damn it, guys. 12 and. Shit, 15.
27.
27.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. Both arrows land. Doof, doof. Sticking a couple pins in this giant cushion. And he goes to cleave. Start with you, Delron.
Oh, and I just.
You do descend down to the ground
sorry.
again. You're kind of like right here. Or here. You could find a clear path through the trees. You can still see this scene playing out.
Mhm.
As you watch Delaron be smited to the ground. $30.
Yep. Slav.
I should roll the damage, but I don't think I have to.
I mean, you don't really have to. It's done. Over.
22 damage. Nope, 31 damage.
Wait a second.
Hmm.
Hold on a second. Features and traits. Strength of the Grave. Oh, I'm not going to be able to make the save, but how much is it?
31.
Fail. Okay. I am down. It's 28, right?
It was 31.
-3.
Oh, yeah, sorry, -3 with your armor.
I still didn't make the save. But, wham. Okay. Oh, no. I did not stop at 1 hit point.
Oh, he should have probably rolled this.
I'm at 0 hit
he did
points.
not.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You are down.
I'm down. Did you swing again?
He swings again.
Okay. Fail, fail.
Well, he has to hit you.
I mean, okay.
He has advantage, but he has to hit you. He knocks you into the ground,
Yep.
and he tries to finish the job.
It's like junk.
He's just going to set his sword down inside your body
Okay. He does.
for 28.
Fail, fail.
Well, yeah, he can't deal more damage than you have. Oh, it's an auto crit. Can't.
You can roll it. I don't think you can deal. I have 0. He has to deal how much?
How much do you have?
Altogether, total 104.
No, he can't. He sets the sword inside your body. Thump.
Okay. So fail, fail.
Go ahead and roll a death save.
Okay.
You want to roll it over here?
Oh, sure.
Do you get your bonuses still?
Nope.
You see blood spurt up and out, and it streams out the sides of his mouth. He takes one cough, and then it spits straight into the air and falls back down on his face in a light mist. He definitely died. Artigan?
How close am I to everybody?
Very
10
close,
feet?
but you're also
It
behind an
happens.
invisible barrier.
I think I'm going to have a cookie now.
Oh, let's see. How's the giant looking? Does he look hurt at all?
He's very hurt. He's lost a toe. He's got wounds cut up and down from his body. He's got arrows sticking out of him. He's got a javelin in his shoulder. He looks determined to kill you all.
Am I within 10 feet of both of those two? Can I move to the inside of the box so I'm within 10 feet of him?
You can move closer to Merritt. You can't get in range of Dalaran. He's 15 feet away, and the box's angle is kind of like that. Just like the line of enemies. Let me measure it one more time, because it's just outside of 10 feet.
Well, I gotta give this one more go. Think I'll try another hypnotic pattern.
So there's only one person that needs to save.
Nope, all of them do, because it's concentration, so because I cast it again, they have to technically resave.
Hobgoblin, group 1. What's your total?
18.
18.
You're in luck that that's not even a save.
Well, they roll over 18. They have a negative modifier or
I have a
something?
15, so they have less than a 3 modifier.
Because otherwise there would have been 10 hobgoblins.
That would have sucked.
Hobgoblin group 2 fails. giant. Fails.
What?
His eyes finally glaze over.
So
Okay.
I have disadvantage also
On your death saves?
on my stun
Oh,
from him save.
Am I?
Oh, yeah.
you're not
doesn't work
dying. That's
anymore.
right. That's
So
dumb.
that's
I don't have to make any more
a
saves.
wisdom save.
Yep.
I fail 15.
Oh shit, my heart's going right now. Oh my god. Why did I abandon you guys? My mic fell.
What's Tia doing?
Was she inside that?
You told her to kind of stay close.
She's over there.
She's kind of staying close and outside and invisible.
She could technically wake him up.
I don't know how to break out of your spell.
Somebody has to wake him out of their stupor.
She would have to use her action, which I think you would have to command her. I think.
Because
Familiars act when you tell them to act, for the most part. She has personality, but she's still your familiar. Caravan.
Right, so
The giant is now sword, mid-swing, raised up in the air. But he also
man, you should've
looks
left
like
it with
he's
him.
frozen.
Buried in my chest. That would have been thematically amazing.
it's all good.
He was ready to do
So
it
if
again.
I do sharpshooter now,
I mean,
I'll be able
he was
to
mad
hit
at
him.
me.
There was someone
Uh,
else to go
Because
for.
it doesn't
What's
affect
up?
his
There
AC,
was someone
though,
else.
right?
Yeah, it doesn't affect his
Someone
AC.
else.
So I should
What do you
probably
mean?
just
To hit.
do normal hits.
Oh, yeah.
It lasts for a minute, so I would say hold off on it
Okay.
if you can.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna do 2 shots.
If I can yell, don't hit him.
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 All right. So I guess I'm going for all the hobgoblins, and I'm gonna volley. These guys are behind him, so I probably can't get a good shot on them, but I can do right here.
Feel free to include me in the cube. No longer matters very much.
Okay, so if I do this guy, I have a 10-foot, basically a 10-foot radius. And how far does that go out?
10 feet.
No,
can hit
on this board.
1,
like-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, so I'm gonna need 6,
7. There's one behind Merritt.
Here you go.
7.
1,
1, 2, 3.
3, 4. There you go. Boom.
These are all sharpshooter.
you
Wait,
volley sharpshooter.
Yep, you can sharpshooter volley.
Okay.
It's an attack, but it's all of them.
That's crazy.
I think because it's one attack, you have to do it for all. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 7. Oh yeah, 7. 7's good. All right, so these are all plus 8. So my lowest one is a 12.
Miss.
The second lowest one is a 15. I'm sorry, 14.
Miss.
A 15.
Hit.
All right.
So,
This one.
Or I'll hit 5.
5.
So I have 5 out of 7.
5 out of 7.
Not bad.
So
Yeah.
5
Die.
drop.
are we just gonna drop them?
They just drop.
Okay, great.
You can roll the damage, but it's plus 22. They
yeah.
drop.
They drop. I'll take my dice back. Did I steal any from you?
Nope. I have a one over by Josh, but 2d8.
And then that's. I don't think healing spirit is a. I don't think I'm in range where I want to place it. So
No, you're not.
no. So I guess.
Plus, it's a. Oh, no, it is a bonus action.
I guess I'll get a little closer though.
Caravan re enters the map. You can be kind of in this area.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand back. I want to. But I want to stay kind of hidden. I guess.
Okay. Tree.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Excuse me. Well, Merritt, you're stunned. That's right. Hobgoblins are stunned. That's right.
Tell me every time that I pass a turn, 'cause it's important.
Giant is stunned. Pass a turn. Hardigan.
I will yell to Merritt, "Wake up, you idiot!" and do vicious mockery.
You idiot, huh?
He's gonna hurt him.
Man.
Wake him up.
Roll to save. Merit.
You got to make a wisdom
Do
save.
Not disadvantage.
I even make a?
You don't make it.
Let's see. So it's
7 damage
Oh,
and disadvantage in your next attack.
7 hit
Oh
points.
You
no.
feel him speak into your mind. It actually really hurts at this point because you're pretty messed up.
Sorry, I had to wake you up out of that. Delaran just died. Can you revive him?
you able to say all this on his turn?
Yeah, you can say all that on your turn.
Blood going out of your nose.
And you know what? I'll actually do a. When I say "Can you revive him?" I'll do healing word.
On merit?
Yep, on merit. Give you 7.
I haven't had
points.
to bring up the resurrection rules yet, but I am going to look for them right now. Because it's important.
Well, it depends on how fast he gets there.
I wish there was more cookies going around.
Me too. Me too.
Sorry, I ate a lot of them. I didn't know you were going to die today.
Me either.
Shit.
Dying is a different experience than I thought it would be.
Oh, we got 10 rounds to figure it out.
Well, because usually
As
I'm
long
like,
as
I'd
no
love to
one
make a
hits the
character, but
giant.
I am like, I am unforeseeably sad that Delaran died.
I told you.
I don't know if he's going to come back.
I told you. You should be sad.
Yeah.
You put 38 sessions into him.
Yeah.
You just talked to your
Pretty
dad.
sad. Yeah.
Merit.
Yeah.
Well, Garavon.
Well, and his flaw is that he doesn't have compassion.
Keep rolling
for the
them
dead
dice
because
if you
he's
want to
Yeah.
keep
higher
volume.
lucky.
So how many are you going to let me
Lucky
shoot at?
ones.
I need more.
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You might have to talk me into it.
7, 8, 9. All right. Well, I got a natural 1 on that guy.
Oh no!
And I got another natural 1 on that guy.
Oh no!
2 arrows.
I got a
falling
natural
Delaron's body.
20!
Yeah. Too much.
2 actually hit Delaron.
15.
5 is a miss.
Like
Five
one's
is
in the
a
face, one's in the leg.
So,
One goes through the eye patch.
6.
No, my eye
I had 6 out of 9.
And 2 into Delaron.
2 into Delaware.
Sleep, sleep.
That was on accident, though.
Were those? Who knows?
Remember those times you punched me? You remember that?
Yeah. Sleep, sleep.
Wow. All
You
right.
need to bring more d20s.
I guess.
Only in crazy ass situations you guys get
So
yourselves
6
into.
more just died.
Yeah, get him out of here.
He's just like,
Did that feel good?
Yeah.
A little bit.
You liked it.
A little bit.
All right. That's it.
Merit.
All right. I'm starting to see where everything is.
Yeah, you
again,
are.
And
Bodies are dropping. 1 falls on top of Delaron. 2 arrows fall into Delaron.
so I'm gonna grab the, reach over and kind of try to muscle my way into Delaron. And I don't know how this works, so
I do.
I cast via hug,
Via hug.
and I try to basically heal him
Wow.
harder than I
Are you casting a heal spell?
am. In my mind, I'm upcasting the what the hell is it called?
So Merritt's just trying extra
Cure wounds?
hard.
He's casting
Trying-
Revivify.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
casting Revivify. I'm trying to
Revivify.
spare the dying extra hard.
We'll call it Hugify.
Yeah,
Hug
right.
the dying.
Hug the die.
Hug the dying.
All right.
And there ain't
Rapid.
there's no willing bullshit in the word.
Oh, really?
On session
Nice.
1, we
Well,
talked about rapid resurrection. And I told you, I'll tell you the rules when it matters.
It matters now.
Session 38, it matters.
Mhm.
If a spell with a casting time of 1 action is used to attempt to restore life, no contribution checks are allowed, just the person casting the spell. The character casting it makes a check, rolling a d20, and adding their spell casting ability modifier. That'd be your charisma, plus 5. And that's it. Oh no, I guess it is plus proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you could ever fail.
The difficulty goes up every time you do it. That's what we decided. Is the first time the difficulty is 10, then it's 11, then it's 12, then it's 13. So it gets progressively harder to bring someone back.
So,
Is it ability check or no?
So this time it'll work.
no.
But in the future down the
resurrection
road,
check.
it might not.
It might work.
Roll some one.
Well, what did you roll?
I rolled a 1. You roll 1?
Did not roll a 1.
Okay.
Make some kind of mark on your sheet somewhere. Call it
The died
deaths.
mark. Yeah.
I've died.
I'm going to put a big D on the top. I got the D once.
You got the Dalaran once.
I don't want the D. All right. Okay, so.
You put your hand on him. Yeah, if you rolled a 1, he would have just died.
I mean, I am dead. You can't make me more dead.
No, I mean your soul would have been separated.
My soul would have
forever.
gone to where it wants to go. Instead, it gets pulled back. Do I experience anything? Are we going to have like a quick I died scene?
No, you just died. It was black,
That's it?
void.
Everybody else got to talk to an angel or some shit? I just get that?
Kind of threw away your gods.
I was selected by the gods.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that you don't go somewhere.
Does
All
it?
right, I don't remember.
You come to me, child.
So I wake up. So basically, 1 minute I'm getting smote, and the next minute I'm like,
It was a black void. It was scary. It was serene, but scary.
okay.
And
And there
the
was
first
nothing or
time you
nobody
felt
there.
that kind of peace for a long time. Even your sleep isn't
Isn't that
quiet.
peaceful, yeah.
You spit out more blood as you draw in a new breath.
I have 1 hit point, right?
And you're up with 1 hit point.
And as a bonus action, I cast Mass Cure Wounds. Or not Cure Wounds, Healing Word. So for all of us, get 3 plus 5. We all get 8 hit points.
Except for me, because I'm like
Way too far away.
We all get
Are
8.
you way too far away?
way too far away.
Okay.
That's
More
all right.
than, like,
Because I'm
80?
sitting
In
good.
that case, the 3 of us get it.
Okay.
And that is significantly tapping my...
I have 2 Garfon arrows in me, plus my other wounds. I'm like, oh god.
One of them starts ejecting itself from your eye socket.
Ooh.
Six,
I can
seven.
feel it
Empty
worming its
socket,
way out.
where you already had lost an eye.
Okay.
And it worms its way out and then thump, pops out, attached to your eye patch. It's now dangling, but through your eye patch. It's dangling at your face.
I pull out my eye patch, put my eye patch back on.
It now has a hole in it.
Does it still work? It's magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a magical eye patch?
It lets me see as if I have 2 eyes. One-eyed, what's his face gave it to me.
One-eyed Lawrence and him share one
You
eye.
guys sharing eye patches?
He had extras.
They share a trait.
Yeah.
Well, there's
So,
still some stuff
up.
going on, but
What do you say?
Get up.
Okay. You say it. I'm still confused. I'm
I'm,
kind of fucked
and I'm
up.
actually like bear hugging you, so you're gonna have to get out from under me.
Okay.
but we're gonna come back to this next week.
Oh wow, really?
It's 11:30.
Yeah.
All right.
There's still a war going on. There'll be plenty to do.
We have to escape right now.
Well, see, that's the thing is we have a minute to recuperate. We could technically use his wolf and some healing and possibly get to the point where we could finish him off.
Probably can.
And you'll all talk about that at the beginning of next session. And you'll have like 20 seconds worth of dialogue
All right.
until it's on.
He's too far away to wolf.
I have an aura vitality that I can cast.
I thought you might die.
I did die.
I thought you might die.
Oh, me too.
I thought we were gonna both die. I think the only reason that
I rolled a 1.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Death saving throw. Like I had like 4 failures by the time it was over.
Oh, that's
The
why you
hypnotic
marked 2.
pattern actually did
Because
it.
I saw you mark 2 on
No,
your...
he
No,
marked
he
2
stabbed
when
me.
If you get hit by a melee attack when you're
It's
already
2 fails.
unconscious, you
Oh,
lose
okay.
2 death saves
Oh, wow.
automatically.
Yuck.
And he definitely was going for the kill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If he had another turn, he probably would have chopped your head off.
Sweet.
Just to make sure.
I mean, he was super mad. I did stabble him up as much as I could before he killed me.
Took a
Dude,
toe.
getting
You did the most damage to him by far.
getting the haste crit, the crit haste dropping was horrible. That was
It
it.
was pretty amazing.
I really need the armor that turns crits into non-crits.
Well, before we end the stream, thank you everyone for coming on by. You did semi-succeed. There's still some stuff going on. You might be able to finish this combat out.
Semi-succeed.
There's none of that. I don't feel very
I got
successful
rid of the
right now.
wagons. Well, hopefully.
Yeah,
All but one.
You smashed one wagon. Did
the
they
other
both go
one's
down?
the
Other
other
one's
one's
gone.
slowed down.
Okay.
It's slowed down at least.
Yeah.
We got some followers.
Yay.
that counts as-
Machiavelli, thank you for following us. Brentamo, B Furby, and Vandian, thank you all for following us. Thanks for watching. We enjoy everyone here, all your support. Whether you're a subscriber or just a follower, it's fun to have everyone. Thank you for all the chat. Thank you, Ilbeard, for your resubscription back for 9 months?
7.
7
well,
months?
it says 7, but I bet
7
it's more
months.
than that.
It might be more. I think it kind of reset at one point. Any questions I have to go over? Not really. The contest, we're going to talk about the contest. It's been spamming it in chat, but we're not close to that 30 subscribers yet anyway, so we'll talk about that and get back to you next week whether we're going to still hold that 30 subscriber DM guide contest.
Oh.
I guess it's just been doing it because I set it up yesterday and I forgot to...
Unset it up. So I
Unset
guess
it
we're
up.
doing it. Yay.
Well, we'll still talk about it.
Okay. All right.
We'll figure something out.
We'll always figure something out. We love to support our supporters.
Yeah, man.
Get you guys into more D&D. We're going to do Roses and Thorns before we quit. So let's start with... We always start there, so let's start... Brian. Roses and
Yeah,
Thorns.
right.
What was your favorite part of the game? What was your least favorite part of the game? This is as Brian, not as Merritt, because Down on Dying is probably everyone's least favorite part of the game, except maybe Garavon.
He did compliment me before we went out.
Yeah.
So.
No wonder
That's
I
true.
died. I totally fucked that up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
2 caravan errors, too.
It's really hard for me to navigate that line between Merritt and Brian because I try pretty hard to get into what he's seeing. And I am emotionally damaged enough as a human that when I make somebody else sad, it makes me sad. So it's,
I think that's a sign of health, emotional health.
oh, well, maybe,
It's called social reciprocity.
probably. But either way, it jacked me all up when Merritt was kind of despondent at like the scope of the senselessness, and it
Came out
really-
pretty well.
It really, like it. I think if he imagined he could go back to the Citadel and quit, he would. I think right now it just feels like a hopeless tidal wave that's going up at least that far, and that's the only reason he hasn't quit. So that's,
Your least favorite part?
yeah, that's getting rough.
I mean, it is rough. It is a
Yeah.
senseless war.
And that said, once we actually were fighting, like, you don't really have time to think about that stuff. So the best part was when we were actually in the combat, because you don't have time to stop and think. You just try to survive, and then you try to survive more. So usually it's interesting. Usually I enjoy the role playing a lot more than the combat. That's just the way my brain works. This time was the exact opposite.
Cool. Alex.
Well, I was saying my favorite part is when the third hypnotic pattern worked. I was like, oh my god, I could save this.
Yeah, if that didn't work, it could have been really bad. He actually started with 2 legendaries. I'll never tell you in the beginning.
I know.
Just wouldn't be fair. But for people at home that don't know, some monsters get legendary resistances, or you can assign them to your more solo creatures or your bosses. So that way they're not just mincemeat to hypnotic patterns or to power word. Well, no, I think power word stun will still get them.
Yep,
We'll get
no
to that
save.
point someday at level 20. But you haven't really run into many legendary resistances up until this point.
Why isn't it working?
It's bad. It's really bad.
Especially
I
on the
mean,
big guy.
Without him, we would tool out every monster we ever came across, really.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be fun.
Right.
You gotta have some clutch moments of almost dying or dying.
Or dying.
What was your least favorite part?
I think it's just the restrictions of a bard. And I mean, I know I understand why they're restricted. Like, I'm trying to do this thing, and I'm like, gotta wait a turn in between. I can't combo this. Because that wall of force,
Wall of fire.
I didn't even think about wall of force. If you could block people in and then do the wall of fire on the inside, that breaks the concentration thing. You can have 2 things up and keep them contained and cook them alive at the same time.
Oh my
it's
god.
I just realized how potent that was.
Don't tell your strategy to the DM.
I mean,
he saw it.
If it works for you, it works for me, right?
Sure.
Yep.
Oh god. You're gonna die a horrible death someday.
Put him in the barbecue. It's not as bad as you think. Dying a horrible death.
So, Bard and their concentration spell restrictions.
More of the fact that it's like, this is an action, this is an action, this is a, can't cast the spell as a bonus action and a spell as an action. It's just,
They have a lot
Yeah.
to do and not enough actions.
yeah.
That could be said for most characters, true, but Bards do have a lot of concentration spells as well.
Mm-hmm.
Caravan.
Okay, so I guess my roast today, it's a toss-up between Delaron's little inspiration thing and jumping off the wall
With the horse.
with the horse, or the interaction between Merritt and Garavan, because even though Merritt's younger, Garavan really thinks he's a pretty wise guy, so to get a compliment from...
Which is funny because he's not wise at all. Right?
Well, okay, but intelligent. I'm wise. He's intelligent,
There you
right?
go.
So, like, I guess it's kind of changing Garavan a little bit.
You have
in that
outside
sense.
smarts and he has
Book
good
smarts.
person smarts? I don't know.
Right. But anyway, I mean, like, it's fun to role play those different interactions because good with the team, and then you're on the outside of the team, and now you're trying to get back into the team. So that was kind of cool to go. Or just rolling like fucking 9d20 at once. That was pretty cool too. But
I can see that.
for
That's like
Well,
a
I'm
DM doing it, basically.
right. Well, I'm an archer. Before maybe level 11, I've only rolled 1d20 at a time or whatever it was. So it
Maybe
was-
2 at the most.
Yeah, and I haven't really done any spells, so that was kind of neat.
And you played your role today. You archered
did.
many things.
A lot of things. Yeah, so that's good. For a thorn, I don't know. I really don't have a thorn per se today. Our strategy, I think we could do a better job strategizing as a team. Because it kind of seemed like we had one plan. I mean, we ended up flying in, but it kind of like it was like one plan, and then we're like, oh wait, now we're gonna do this. We're going back to this. No, we're gonna go back to this. So maybe that's how like this game goes most of the time. But I think maybe we can try to do a better job. That's my only as a team.
Maybe we could definitely try.
Leader.
I mean, we wouldn't be the irregulars if we didn't come up with horrible plans.
Well,
All the
exactly.
time, right?
No, exactly. I don't. And it's not faulting the game at all because it makes it extremely interesting. So, like, that's a very, very nitpicky thing because I like the way we play together. So,
Josh.
dying was uncomfortable. It was more emotionally involved than I thought it would be. I was thinking that it would be different than it was.
I told you.
I dislike dying.
This was your...
Even though I knew like revive was going to happen and stuff, for a moment I was like, oh.
Well, for a moment, it was not going to happen.
I mean, I don't know if Arden,
Right.
you have...
When you were frozen for a minute and I was dead. Because you have 1 minute. That's why I was like, every time a round passes, let me know. I'm like, once I get to 10, I'm dead forever. Like, so it was...
Or if Merritt got cut down, like if the third hypnotic pattern had failed.
Yep.
On the other...
On the giant, who would have just...
Like, he still had a
him.
chance to save. Just so you know, he has a really high wisdom save.
He has really high most saves. He's a storm giant.
That's why I was trying to mess those up. I was trying to give him permanent disadvantage on them. Figured I'd get lucky.
Oh. He would have had disadvantage anyways.
The bestow curse.
Oh, well, he had disadvantage from Artigan.
Yeah, it would have given him on all my wisdom saves. I have a ton of stuff that gives him wisdom saves.
Gotcha.
I can't use on him.
Yeah, it was a strange experience. So it was like simultaneously the part that I didn't like, but also good, if that makes sense. Like it was like cool to experience it. Yeah, it was neat to be like, oh man, but also not so neat. It was also like, oh man.
As you're playing with something, what are you fiddling with?
Do you want to know?
Put down the knife.
He was doing that earlier in the game. I looked at him. He was like, "What?"
Yeah,
put down the knife.
I put it down. Well, I've got a Band-Aid that's fraying, and so I'm cutting the edges off it. It's cool, whatever. But so yeah, so I don't know. So I think that was both of those things. It was like super more uncomfortable than I thought, but also like a really novel experience.
Sweet.
Well, yeah, because you make characters on a daily basis. You're
all
used
the
to
time, yeah.
You're pumping these things out.
Right, but like you're not as attached to those guys as you are to like a character you played for 30 some odd sessions.
Have you ever? When's the last time you went through like 38 sessions with a character, like one character?
Maybe once.
Jonathan Rutherford.
Maybe once.
The fourth. Yeah,
How long
one
ago was
guy.
that?
That was
back at the secret base.
No, that was a campaign.
How far did we get on the last one yet you were running?
I don't remember what Rutherford was.
Rutherford was a long time ago. What's his face was running it?
He did Crowley for a while.
Crowley,
That's what I'm
Crowley.
saying.
I don't know. Crowley was
I don't know if
38.
I think we
Crowley
got
was a little bit
probably
short.
close to 30. But
I think we got to like level...
No, Rutherford was.
This
like,
will be a good segue into my Rose, which
yeah.
is we've gone 38 sessions, which is probably the most I've ever DM'd. Mostly in a row. Obviously, we have some breaks here and there when people are gone. But I feel like you guys are much more roleplay attached to your characters. Done a good job on that. I feel like I still like a good combat. This was a good combat. This is a fun combat.
Well, yeah, it started off where Artigan was just owning it.
It was great.
And it
Some
fell
weird
apart.
things happened. You dive bombed as owls. I got to blow up 2 people with lightning. Lots of stuff happened.
I like the lightning inside the glass case, basically.
That was really cool. A lot of cool things happened in this combat where I felt it was a good evolution of the beginning to the end of the combat. Although it's not quite finished, I expect it's mostly finished. You're probably going to end up with a storm giant head, but we'll see. Maybe you'll screw it up somehow. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's your one reminder that you could get that storm giant head.
Yeah,
So
we
why
didn't
do
get
we
the
need a
fire
storm
giant.
head?
Essence. Potion.
Sorry.
The alchemist back at the spot that gave us the bombs, he said if we get storm giant or any giant essence, he can turn into a potion of storm giant strength or fire giant strength.
Oh.
We left the fire giant head because, well, we were
had
being
to
chased by
run
a storm
away.
giant, but
Yeah.
grab this one if we can take it.
Okay.
So I think my rose, besides the combat, which was really fun combat, would be that you guys have evolved into your characters really well. Everyone plays their character well. I like the emotional scenes between each player and character. Your speech was great, and then you jumped off the edge of the wall with
you
your
were
horse.
like, what?
I was just thinking Clyde's dead again.
Suicide.
I was
Clyde.
thinking like his legs are gonna be splayed outward and his insides are gonna like explode upon the stone, but
Oh.
it didn't happen. My thorn. I think I just wish some of these things would be quicker. That's probably my thorn. It's not that it's not fun to have a great combat, to have this great role play. I just wish we could get to more of what I had in each session. And this session, I'm thinking, maybe they'll get done with the battle this time. And then it doesn't happen.
Ugh.
And then I'm thinking, maybe this will happen, and it doesn't happen. So the pacing could be quicker. But I also kind of like the pacing, if that makes sense.
If it was too fast, you'd miss out on stuff.
Yeah. I think there'd be less emotional attachment. But I do wish, because I have other things ready and in mind, and you guys have things you need to go do ready and in mind.
We could probably be better at mechanical efficiency.
Oh, God,
so
yeah.
that our turns...
Getting your turn ready when someone else is going.
Yeah.
Everyone's guilty
Well,
of that.
Yeah, but for me, it's easy to say for me, yeah, but the things change because he's acting and he probably has a thought, or Artigan has a thought in his head, but Merritt does something that totally changes it, and then all of a sudden it's his turn.
Or the
again.
thing
You're
too is
I gotta change my mind.
What happens to me on my turn is I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna do this thing. Wait a second. I have a different thing I could do. So I just have these moments of inspiration during
So we
my
should
turn.
get you inspiration out of turn. How can we promote inspiration when it's not your turn?
I don't know. I think that it is what it is.
It is what it is. Again, I'm not complaining about it. It was really fun. I honestly wish I had some of those platform raisers. Those would be cool for your heightened combat. Those would be fun for water combat.
If we're flying more and more, it might be worth looking.
Yeah, I'll have to see about that.
With my wall of force, it definitely makes things
The
interesting.
walls of force.
Mm-hmm.
Walls of force. There's so much going
So many
on. It's just
My
getting
magical
crazy.
secret.
Magic's going
Is that what
nuts.
that was?
hmm Yeah, they can't normally learn it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll... Can you print some transparent ones?
I don't know if you can do clear coat platform razors
I can
with
bring
a
some
3D printer.
magnetiles for my daughters.
Awesome.
Those come in, I can get yellow or something, which is relatively clear. You can build those. They're the same thing as
I don't
those,
know
but
if
they're
those are
plastic.
relatively clear.
The yellow ones are.
There are translucent ones and there are solid ones.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about then. That's pretty much our Roses and Thorns. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you guys in the chat. We'll see you next week, every Sunday. That's all I got.
Peace.